We got arrested.
Whoa.
We're in prison. Sentenced to die in this gulag. Somehow the breezy nature of this mountain and the mines haven't taken our lives yet. Um, so far, we've eaten people, bugs, potatoes, and I don't remember if there was a fourth meal yet, but if there was, it just wasn't that impressive. Okay, well, some of us ate bugs. I know one person vehemently decided not to eat the bugs. Um, Everybody ran away from sturgeons, striders, two sturges. I killed them. It's okay. I saved the party. Somebody else killed one of the other ones, but I was the only one running to the danger.
I won. What are you talking about? Anyway, continue.
Yes, OU won the race, of course, but not for president. Let's see what else. Oh, um, OU decided to punch a guard in the face when said guard decided to slap a shift in the back of the head, I think it was, or across the face. Anyway,
It's back of the head.
Yeah.
Shift got physically assaulted because he lost the pickaxe, and then OU repaid the favor, and then the guard nearly killed OU in a single hit, which I think is guard brutality, but I don't think anybody here cares. um, so OU had to get put back together, wherein his finger got broke in a very Rube Goldberg kind of way. Um, Still trying to figure out how that really happened, but there you go. He's got a broken finger and is going to spend the day napping. Alivor in particular is going to partake in the fighting ring for some clothes. Kiori showed her obsession with going after knowledge. Whether or not it's a good idea to pursue the knowledge doesn't matter. It's probably going to get her killed one of these days, but hey, we all have our vices, I guess.
Oh yeah, hit her up with that knowledge.
Shift snuck around and stole a knife and some food for our great escape. Currently, the knife is hidden away in one of our. I'm not going to remind Heath which one in case he forgot.
I remember. I just remember how you hit it.
Damn.
That's a valuable thing.
We did find quite a bit of that ore, at least enough for a couple of us to survive a whole nother round of 4 days without going into the mines, should we so choose, but I would not recommend that. I believe we actually only played 3 days because the trek up the mountain took a while where some lord decided to showboat his power and
You guys
take
will
down
be.
an ancient dragon.
You guys will be on day 4.
He had claw beams. He's so cool. I don't care.
He's a poser. He's posing. They need Shadow the Hedgehog up in here. All jokes aside, I don't think there was really much else that we discovered or went through in character other than that stuff. I've kept the gnome alive, so my goal is to keep the gnome alive to Mountain's Toe, as well as, of course, the rest of the party. But me, the gnome, and Telepha got sick-ish. We aren't feeling quite ourselves right now because we've been sleeping with that ore. So that's something going on. Might have something to do with what the gnome said on the way up to the mountain, saying that it changes those with magical beliefs.
Tell it this fine. What are you talking about?
You guys are gonna grow horns and shit?
Who knows what adverse effects this is going to have on our characters, but hey, it's an adventure, right?
Okay, and with that, you guys are waking up on your 4th day in your cells. Alavor had discussed entering a fighting tournament to see if he could win some prizes. OU is still being passed out, unable to do anything for the day after getting his ass kicked by the guard.
Oh,
Alavor, your day's taken up in the arena. What is Kiori and Talitha doing?
We had actually wanted to try and convince a guard to let us watch.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's right, I remember that. Was that what you were planning to do as well, Kiori?
Kiori was thinking of doing that, but now she's just writing mental notes to herself, but is still like half paying attention to Talitha at the moment.
Okay. So, for the purposes of this, I'll say when they come to grab Alavor and Dallin for the fight pits, the guard, Talitha, you get at the eyes of one of the guards. So you see this big, burly, kind of shirtless barbarian kind of guy walking past with his basic guard duty style.
he needs someone to apply his baby oil.
She's going to walk over towards the door. Excuse me.
Yeah, what is it?
I was wondering if my friend and I would be able to watch the fights.
Guard looks over at you up and down, grabs his chin.
Please?
You want to watch the fights, lady?
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a persuasion check.
You got this. Usual feminine wild.
Oh god.
Just bat your eyelashes at him.
Yeah. That'll get him good.
Second thing slow.
Give his bicep a light rub.
Okay. Kind of looks you up and down, rubs his chin. You don't want to work and want to watch the fights. I suppose we can allow that for one day. Your life's on the line, not mine.
Thank you.
I do not understand how you do that. It is weird to me.
Just a quick question. Is our ore due at the beginning of the day or the end of the day?
Oh, the fights?
No, the ore.
No, the ore.
The ore's due at the end of the day.
Okay.
So you have to hand in your guys' ore after the fights.
Okay.
Since Shift isn't here, Shift will be tending OU for the day.
Aw. I was thinking, like, what would he do?
He would
Go to watch the fight?
sneak around,
Doesn't matter.
probably.
Yeah, he would probably sneak around. Because he lost his pickaxe, right? Well, I don't know if they get a replacement.
If you want you got a sheet, right, D-Rab?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want him to try to sneak around, he can do that.
Gotta
Yeah,
use your
sneak around
galaxy
to
brain.
Yeah, to try and find things he hasn't found before last time he snuck around. Like, scout out the area, possible exit points, yada yada.
Okay, so first thing off, roll me a stealth check for him.
I don't want to get him killed, but here we go.
Just roll
+4,
now.
bud. Okay.
He goes out to start sneaking away, but before he gets there, one of the guards grabs him by the shoulders, like, "Where do you think you're going, kitty cat?"
My friend, he is sick. Is your deception good?
Roll deception.
I'm trying to find. And then, amazing. I'm so sorry.
I think some kitty cat's gonna have to be taught a lesson. And he grabs Shifts
no.
and drags him off.
Oh no!
We'll share what happens to Shift when he gets back.
Oh no! I'm gonna
Oh,
die
Lord.
in real life.
Why have you done this? Tomorrow we're
Somewhere.
eating shift.
Oh no!
Anybody else feel he got a bunch? Anybody else found that there's a lot of fur in the soup today?
Uh,
Ew.
Don't worry, it's not
cooked fur.
it's not a death sentence to get caught, but bad things happen. So as you guys, the rest of you are then led off through the holes down the ways where you guys are entered to what looks to be a large, massive fighting pit. You see a roped off area with dozens of guards kind of crowded around watching as you're led in through the room. Tella and Corey, you are led through with the guard that said you could watch with him and led to the bleachers in the front row, surrounded by other guards who kind of, a few of them eye up and down, kind of interestingly, but at the moment aren't doing anything too obtuse with it. As Alivor, you enter the ring as your watch. Well, since you're the fresh meat, I guess you get to go first, buddy. As one of the guards says, he shoves Alnor down into the fighting pit.
Wonderful.
Alvor, do me a favor and roll me a 1. 1, 2, 3. Roll me a 1d10. Okay. So, Alvar, as you step out of the ring, kind of all ready to fight, you kind of rotate your cuffs, ready to fight. You see all the other guards kind of cheering and roaring their excitement as you're about to go to your battle. You look
Yes,
around
calm down, everyone.
with the vicious cheers and stuff. When out of the area, you see what can only be described as a small figure emerges from the distance. At first you think, well, this looks easy, but it's very stout and sturdy looking. And you can see that, well, it's built very much like a dwarf, but with kind of long red hair. But the odd thing is, it's got pure white eyes and more like a darker skin tone.
So it's a dark iron dwarf. You got it.
You recognize Nope. Just more or less what the Duragar looks like. Is a female Duragar who walks out in front of you.
Great.
The Duragar looks up at you like, well, then, Lottie, it looks like I'm going to have a bit of fun with messing you up, aren't I? She kind of cracks her neck and kind of rotates her shoulders.
I guess we'll see who messes up who.
I hope you're
All you
ready.
cheering
I
in
plan to be a
spirit.
bit rough from you. And with that, you guys can roll your initiatives. Okay. So you get to go first, Alivor.
All right, Alivor will do a... How far away am I? Oh, well, that's awkward. Alrighty. I'm gonna kind of circle around a bit. Head up this direction. Yeah, I'm gonna head up this direction, just kind of sizing her up a moment. Make her come to me.
Okay, she sides up and look at her. She kind of goes, I see you're waiting for your turn, are you? As I say, she slaps herself in the face, ready to fight as she starts running towards you at full speed.
Alright.
And kind of stops there.
Okay. Alivor will sidestep this way and just go in for a quick hit.
Hey, that strikes. You're a full 4 damage.
Yes. 4 because of the...
Yeah, crack her across the face and she takes a staggering punch.
And because I have no reason not to, I'll go ahead and action surge already
Okay,
for another quick haymaker.
another strike for another 4 damage.
Just a quick pop pop.
And she looks at you as it kind of like spits out some blood and comes in for you and takes a swing at you. Oops, 1 second, I have to fix something. Comes in, can't quite dodge as you dodge to the left side, completely missing you.
I will, as I dodge, do a quick hook and counter her with a strike to the rib.
Okay, you strike her up beside the ribs for another 4 damage. Ah, you bastard! And she comes up and takes another, tries to give you a headbutt and cracks you across the face for 4 damage.
I grin, I go, getting a little spicy now, are we? Now I'll headbutt her back.
Hey, you crack her in the face for another 4 damage. And she like stutters backwards, like ah! Then she just leaps up at top at you and kind of like comes up with an uppercut to your chin, with like a hammer uppercut to your chin, kind of staring you back for another 4 damage.
Okay. As I kind of like stumble back a little bit, I just shake my head because I'm gonna go ahead and second. Because why not?
Hey,
So I will get 8 health back,
reach back full.
and then I'll just. All right. As I wipe the blood off my my lip, I'm just going for a quick jab right in her nose.
Oh, you crack her in for another 4. She's looking really staggered and kind of staggers back. Goes, son of a bitch! And this time she just comes up and this time cracks you across your knee for another 4 damage.
Oof. I kind of like take the knee down, but as I knee down, I bring my head down to headbutt her again. Just using the momentum to hopefully make a good.
Just like you crack her down there and she's down on one knee now, breathing heavily as she's just barely able to keep on, her face swollen and beaten. But just before she passes out, she comes up with you, and this time just takes a vicious strike and just cracks you across what right into your side of your right into your hip with like a full body swing for another 4 damage.
As she does that, I kind of fall back. I'm gonna like elbow her right in the back of her neck.
Hey, you crack her in the back of the neck, and she just goes, just staggers that and plops to the ground unconscious as she falls down. You hear the crowd roar in anticipation and roars like as though the people around you, as you see kind of like a look up where the warden kind of has kind of a amused look to his eyes as he watches you take down the Duragar.
I'm gonna stand up a moment, just kind of regain my bearings. And just kind of wipe my thumb across my nose to clean the blood off.
Well, it would seem we have a champion today. And what do you want for your reward today, slave?
Something better than these rags.
Very well. I'll have some fur sent to you for tonight.
Wonderful.
And as you're led off, you go off and wander off to see where you see a bunch of other, several other competitors as you were brought off to kind of nurse your wounds, heal back up, and you watch all the other various assaulters. You see a female orc battling a bugbear battle off, and a gnoll take on Dallin the thug, Dallin the fighter you saw in the other pit, as he knocks down the gnoll. You see this massive orc you've never seen before take on a lizard man who just bites into this orc's arm, but the orc just takes him across the head and knocks the lizard out cold. And then you hear kind of the silence goes as you hear a bunch of the crowd go, "Grum, grum, grum." As you continue watching the fight as what looks to be a rather tough-looking bearded dwarf enters the area. Muscle and defined, he kind of like looks up, cheering up as the crowd. And as the crowd goes up, you see like 5 different slaves, look only new, not really warrior types, come up to fight Grom at once. And as Grom kind of takes a smile, he looks at each one of the slaves and with a chuckle just dashes in. As two elves, 2 humans, and what looks to be a goblin are fighting him, and he sees a punch to his side that he ignores completely, and backhand cracks across the goblin, knocking it prone with one punch. One of the humans comes in and goes for a bear hug to tackle him down, hoping to get his weight size advantage, but Grom just merely picks the human up and flips him over his back, crack him into the ground, knocking him out. The 2 elves come in kind of a synchronized attack, trying to use their grace and ability to dodge around him. But as they go in for 2 punches, he grabs one elf by one arm and the other elf by the other and just slams them together, knocking them prone and out. The last human looks up kind of freaked out, scared, and kind of just does a mad dash or yell at Grom, hoping to do something as he dives forward at him. Grom merely just watches him and just headbutts him like torpedo style, launching himself into the man, breaking his nose, knocking him to the ground. Looks like Grom took almost no damage from the fight and kind of laughs off as he dusts himself off and leaves the arena. As the rest,
Alrighty then.
As the rest of you are then led back to your cells after the day's worth of fighting, you feel yourselves grow thin as you approach the prison. It goes, "Time for your ore, boys." As they line you up for each of you to hand over one piece of ore.
I will hand over my piece of ore.
I will hand over one of mine.
Never mind.
And I will say, Oyu and Shift hand over theirs.
Yeah.
You know, mark that off for you, Oyu, and I will mark off Shift's. He never put it in his inventory.
Way to go, Shift.
Yeah, no. He also doesn't have the... Well,
He's got the 3
Well, we got
rations.
we had it.
Yeah, who's carrying his ore?
I had
He
two
would-
in mine. One was an extra one because I gave my third one to.
If he went to sneak around, Or you
Shift
probably
should have
have
been
it.
carrying our ore.
Yeah, Shift should have had them. Because he said he had his and OU's.
Yeah.
yeah, he had both of ours.
Okay, I'll allow that. He's got to make sure to keep track of that.
Oh,
I'll remind him when he gets back. He's got to mark down his
Also,
ore because
take something out of my inventory. Pretty sure that was just the rock that I like.
I didn't touch
took
your
out of the wall.
inventory.
Okay, great. Just wondering.
No, I didn't take anything out. Okay, so well, for the sake, say you guys all get your ores, and you got 2 extra pieces of ore left. Then. So as you guys bed down for the night and let it. You guys discover though this time things look different as they actually shove you into what can only be different cells.
Did they move me from
Wait,
being
I had
like?
a question.
Yep.
So they moved all of us, or who did they move?
They move some of you. You'll see your new positioning in a second here. Basically, It looks like they rotate prisoners to different cells.
So we can't cahoots.
Yeah, so they. Seems like the shift happens every 4 days on things, so you
Pair
guys get
shift.
new cellmates every 4 days. So as you guys prepare and sit down for the day. Oh.
Oh, I put the rock back. That's why.
Oh, you have rested for
Oh.
your day and are back up to consciousness, and you're still in your cell. Alivor, you're shoved in the OU cell with him. Gary, at the moment, you seem to have a cell by yourself. You're not sure what happened.
I'm kind of confused.
Tell, you are now sharing a cell with Yebin.
Oh,
Hello there, Miss Telf. How are you doing?
I'm alright. Are you still frightened?
I'm doing a little better. Things are just freaky out around here, right?
They are. It's pretty cold up here, too.
Yeah. Alivor, you look like you got like some new furs there. As Alivor, as you look in your cell, you see what looks to be a your cell now has what looks to be some snow leopard skins in it. Enough for yourself to use as like blankets.
Alright. Yeah, Yebin. Had to beat up a Durigar for these.
That sounds impressive.
It was something.
It was quite the fight.
Yeah, where's the? Kira was making a lookout for the guy because she was watching the tournament. Like, did he win or lose?
He won his fight.
Okay.
And as you look down, you don't see Dallin in his cell. Instead, you see what looks to be a tabaxi of some sort.
Okay.
He finally got away from Kiori.
It's why we got shifted, because he's like, please, anything.
That's
Poor
what he.
Kiori.
That's what he asked for winning.
But
All right.
Can I ask the tabaxi if he knows shift, or they know shift?
sure, you go over there and you look at the tabaxi, and the tabaxi looks over at you and goes, "Yes, what do you want, little miss?
Do you know who shift?
Shift? I don't know a
Yes.
shift. Do
I
you
thought all
just
tabaxis knew each other.
just say this tabaxi give you like a dark glare? I suppose
If
you
they
know every
don't.
human you know, eh?
Most of them I do. I mean, if you don't know them, I'd like to know more about your culture, so I don't assume things.
Yeah, our culture is shared with all the other beast people.
Can you tell me about it?
I suppose it couldn't hurt. It passes the time.
And Kiora is just gonna document like everything he says and like just like having like a little mind library.
Basically, the quick thing is that he tells you about his empire is that the beast people are lived in their own country over at the Zolandis, where they are right now ruled by a the
Loxodon.
Loxodon, thank you, King. Named Barbaros. He mentions that basically they just want to be left the fuck alone, but occasionally there's the Wanderlusters like himself who got wandered out of their land and got captured
Hmm.
from slave trading and such. But to put it frankly, dear, I don't really wish to be in this prison much more, but I suppose that's what I get for leaving my homeland. This shift of yours sounds like he did the same.
Yes, you could talk to him. Maybe you two are similar in personality. You two sound the same almost. Same accent.
I
Interesting.
suppose so, but the shift will have to be met later. The fact that he isn't here now doesn't speak very good odds for him now, does it?
Statistically speaking, I am about 75% sure that he is still alive.
He probably is. Whether he's in a state to do anything about it is another thing entirely.
It's to be debated of, I suppose, but we will see.
Yes, we will. You see this guy kind of curl up in his haystack.
I will give one of the snow leopard blankets to so you can use it for a pillow, but I'm keeping the rest.
You've got two.
How big are they?
They're about the size that you would use for a normal person's blanket.
Oh shit, too big for OU though, or too small for OU.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you could wrap himself around it if he curled up.
A burrito. I just burrito.
Dude, that's a
We
big
we
blanket.
Alivor helps OU burrito himself, and then Alivor burritos himself.
I kind of wake up and get confused because it's not shift. So I just sniff in Alivor's direction as he burritos me.
This will help you. Don't worry. Does that make our rest more comfortable?
I'll say with that you regain your hit dice back. You don't get the hit points back, but you regain half your hit dice back.
Aw.
It's not a full rest, but it's kind of like a half full rest, I'll say. So with the blanket, you get to replenish one hit dice a day.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go ahead and use a hit dice after that. Look at that.
Look at you go. All the healing.
Oh, it's the heals.
Fight? What fight?
Any case, as you guys continue your nice short rest, all of a sudden you kind of feel like, it's been kind of a long day, but you're feeling better and more upping. The next morning, you felt, Alivor, you feel a little refreshed with the blanket, but you're still a little under the weather a bit. You almost feel like you had a cold coming on. Same with you, Teltha. Teltha,
Yeah, I
you
was
feel
gonna
like you
say-
also got like a cold coming on as well.
I think I still have the most score out of the party right now.
Alvor just kind of sniffs and rubs his nose. Oh, you how'd that blanket treat you?
I'm still like snoring loudly, obviously comfortable. I do the like nose bubble burst thing of like waking up from the question.
Disgusting.
Oh Lord.
Huh?
How did you sleep?
Hmm. I smile.
Glad it worked out for one of us. Alvor will walk over and take a whiz in the bucket.
I cock my head in confusion, cause he also had the blanket. Why is that?
Uh,
Maybe
I'll
he
look
needs to work
across.
out more. Mm.
I'll look across to see if Yevon and Talitha look a little under the weather then.
Talitha looks a little under the weather, but like you, Yevon looks like just ill. Like, I'm
Yevon!
not-
Yevon!
Elevor, yeah, is Elevor?
What's wrong?
I don't know. I think I might have caught something down in the mines. I'm not feeling very good.
Yevon, that's my seeing eye gnome. I woke up to the bars.
Ah! Ah!
I scowl and glare at
Uh,
Yevon.
It's
You ever just-
alright, Yevon.
Is it?
You know, Oyu, if that's your seeing eye gnome, perhaps you shouldn't scare them.
I
They're
make
fragile
coughing
creatures,
noises.
gnomes. Do you understand the word fragile?
Hmm.
I spend the next 15 minutes explaining to OU what
Kiori's already
what
going off about
fragility
it.
is.
Like Kiori would just instantly, after hearing that, she'd ramble on about every single thing that like it means, like even in the subtext of literature, what it means, and she just have a blast doing it.
You
Yeah.
release the beast.
And I also get a mind blast of the information overload. And
He's
I
out
kinda
for
just...
another day.
Yeah.
Just starts bleeding from the nose. Well, since I was hoping Cam be back by now, but apparently he's not. OU, roll me a D100.
Oh no.
How many
Oh.
lashings did he get?
Oh God, he's gonna kill me.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait.
86.
Well, maybe it's good. Maybe he gets...
Maybe he gets an ice cream.
Yeah.
So, after your guys' long night of nothing happening and everything seems to be fine, you guys look over and you see Shift being dragged in, just bloodied, beaten, and ripped to shreds. His face in particular looks like it has been just torn asunder, as if like hot iron pokers had been pressed against his fur.
Fragile?
Yes, OU.
He learns. I'm quite proud.
As they take him
Oh,
and
he
they
learns a word.
throws him into Corey's cell, and he just collapses on the cell, breathing heavily. For the sake
Anakin him.
of what happens, he is now horribly scarred.
Oh dear.
Oh, you rode on the...
Yep.
That's so fucked up.
Kiori's taking notes on how it's affecting the skin of a tabaxi. She's immediately very
Oh,
intrigued by
no!
this.
Cam, I'm sorry! Now you're a cure!
Now he's got to find a new picture.
Yeah, that's what Kiori would be like, very fascinated by this, like poking him a little bit and just being, this is really interesting. Oh, can I take him to the medic?
I don't think you want to take him to the medic.
I don't think I can.
I've a feeling the medic is the one who did this.
No, Shift, I can maybe help with you, but it might hurt a little bit. Hopefully you would be okay with that.
Shift's unconscious right
Alright, whatever.
You're just talking to like a ball of curled up butt in the air cat style thing.
Nope, Kiori has no idea what she's doing. She's just like, this is really interesting. She just
You start
keeps
pulling
poking
on his
him.
tail.
Kiori is having a very, very happy night. She's just going to be looking at this tabaxi because she's never met one probably before.
Oh my god, I don't know what was worse, what he went through the night before, or sharing a cell with Kiori.
Yeah.
When we are heading to the, I guess, breakfast area, Alvor will sneakily toss the second blanket into Yebin and Teleth's cell for.
Okay, roll
Your
me a
blanket?
sleight of hand check. Hey, no worries. The blanket is tossing Teltha and Yebin's cell. No worries.
Was that the one you used? Or the one?
This
Oh,
is
you got
This is
burrito
the one
here.
I used.
Okay.
You guys are led into the mess hall for today's dinner. Yebin is not joining you.
He's so
Or Shift
sick.
is not. Yeah. Yebin is joining
Oh,
you.
shit.
Shift is not joining you. Yebin is looking kind of ill, but you guys are giving once again your morning gruel as every kind of looks around and being fed. This time it looks literally like a gruel, a porridge kind of style thing.
I've never seen a tabaxi up close before. It was quite interesting.
What the hell do you mean? You shared a freaking carriage with him for a week.
I know, but he never let me touch him.
Well, perhaps you should respect his wishes and not touch him when he's all scarred up.
Well, he's unconscious right now. He had no saying no to it, or yes. And I
I
was trying to take
slurped
care of him.
loudly.
I was trying to take care of him. I do know some medicine.
Kiori, when we have a moment, perhaps you should look up the word consent. Add that one to your vocabulary.
Kiori goes off what the dictionary word of consent is. So, he is tabaxi. He's not technically a human. He's like a beast person. That's just completely different.
No, it's
No.
not.
That's not how this works.
I mean, I suppose
Yes.
he does have human-like traits and everything. I would like to know more about that. But if I deem him to be as intelligible as a human with personality and everything, I think I can treat him as such with the right respects and everything. But I need to know first.
Oh man.
I'm not being disrespectful. I'm being analytical. I just would like to know more about him. And if he's a beast, then he should be treated like a beast. But if he's a person, I'll treat him as a person. Very simple.
If
And
Shift's
as for
food is
what-
there, I will also eat Shift's food.
Yeah, Shift didn't get food if he's not there.
I'll eat it because I think I'm feeding him by feeding myself.
So as you guys continue to eat your gruel and your dinner, you guys get yourselves ready for the next day as you are led into the mines with all the other prisoners. You all must be careful down there today. You don't want bad things happening to you. One of the guards says as he shoves you down into the mines, giving you each your pickaxe for the day.
I
Was he
grab
saying it-
Yebin.
Was he saying it to anyone in particular?
Just kind of general.
Okay.
I grab Yebin. And and I plop him like piggyback on my neck and shoulders.
Okay. Oh, okay. This isn't so bad.
And then I look at Alvor quickly, very quickly. It's on me, Vince.
I just mouth the word fragile.
Mm.
See, Evan, it's much like riding a horse.
He's like a horse.
No, it's not like riding a horse.
I think it's more like I think it's more like riding a bear.
Yeah,
That's a
don't
better
push it
one.
off and it won't do anything to you.
I kind of look up and go, moo.
Oh, you're gonna make him pee on you.
I
You
look
know what?
confused
You
at
probably don't
Alvor.
care.
Half elves, can I ask you a question? It is quite important.
Yes, human, what is it?
With your empathy and everything, would you say it is above normal or less than average compared to the normal person?
When Kiori starts talking, I just bolt down the cave with Yeben.
What do you mean?
Would you say that you would feel care and sympathy towards someone that was getting hurt?
The
What do
same as
you
any
think?
other person.
No, I'm saying more than the average person. Do you feel sad for them and or want to help them out of your own need?
Empathy differs to people.
Yeah, I'm just saying about you two specifically. Is it different for half elves or is it the same? Because you two seem to care more about people than the rest of us do here.
Why does it matter?
I want to learn more about the different races and document them and their abilities and what they are different than others to see if half elves are truly as terrible as humans or if they're the same or equally more better. It is just a study.
Just the same as how humans can be more empathetic, we can too, just as some half-elves can not be empathetic. It differs person to person.
I've never met a good human before. Like you two.
What a small world you lived in.
Not really.
Okay. So as you guys
Alvor has no other words.
as you guys
Yeah,
continue
Kiori-
on.
Kiori just keeps like writing stuff in her mind, like physically moving her finger around, just keeping to it.
You guys
Steve
entered the
Irwin
mine. You don't see Oyu and Yepin anywhere as he began dashing down the cave away from the rest of the party.
I was like, where do we go?
Great. We lost OU. I don't know if he can find his way back.
We better find them.
I just find an exit and be like, I guess this is it.
Wait, DM, can you attach me to Talitha? Because I cannot see, and I just be holding on to like her cloak or something. Make sure I don't get lost.
You have.
take a look
I'll give
around
you your
for
torch.
tracks.
Actually, I just gotta give you your torch.
I do have my torch. I still can barely see at all.
Yeah, you should be able to see about the same they have. Actually-
I can only see to about here. I can
Yeah.
only see 10 feet.
You'll be able to see 30 actually with dim light. I'll give you I'll give you an extra 10 feet. There you go.
With dim light with my computer, it's like almost impossible to see, which is
Oh,
the issue
okay.
for me.
I didn't know that. I'll give you 20 feet normal light then, just to give you a hand.
Thank you.
There you go.
Talitha, are you any good at tracking?
I can try to.
See if you can find our wayward friend.
Just
I'm actually
listen
quite
for
good
the
at
screaming
seeing
of Yevon.
If you wish to ask me for assistance,
I will listen for Yevon's screams.
Okay, you can roll me a perception check if you want to track. That's a survival check. Okay, you can hear in the distance and you're going down. in the distance to your left?
I think I hear them to the left.
What was it for tracking?
Survival. Hey, you with that. You can also tell by the footprints he's definitely to the left.
Yeah, you're right.
No!
What the fuck did
I hold up. I get Yevon off my shoulder, and I kind of hold him up by the scruff like a metal detector, and I kind of hold him up on the walls.
They just like rubbing him against the wall.
Oh, you!
Ugh.
Don't do that.
Ugh.
What are you doing?
See you guys. I gotta go.
Alright.
So anyways, if you guys want to do
Lead.
your first investigation for finding ore, you may do so.
Let's do it.
Yevon ore.
Okay.
The goal is to get 5 more.
And
If you find some, let me know. I'll get it.
Okay, Dev, you are the only one to find a piece of ore this round. As you find it in the wall, just kind of sticking out and kind of knock it free.
there's one over here.
Who doesn't have a piece of ore?
I don't think Oyu has one. Oh, God.
Then this one will be his.
Okay. So you now add a piece of ore to your inventory, Oyu.
Or got it.
God.
Let's continue down the mines. I'll head off to the left. Shh, he's here.
What fucking happened?
Well, Oyu failed your stealth check to sneak away to search. And then he tried lying to the guards and rolled a 6 on deception. I can't.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
just
Knew that was gonna happen. Man.
log out.
I think you just ruined a friendship, Keith.
I didn't ruin a friendship. I was straight up saying he was going to do nothing till Cam showed up. That was D-Rab's goal. What? Where did
I
Cam?
wanna check this room. It's okay. You're not dead.
Yeah, you're not dead.
You're almost though.
You're
Why the fuck did
You're-
you send shift off without me here? No, I'm genuinely angry at Daniel right now. Why the fuck did you send shift to do something else without me here?
As much as I would like to hide behind the thing that Nano was like, also like he might also try and sneak around. It was my call to go. That I think that's what he would do, and then do it. So I'll fully cop the responsibility for it, but it just didn't seem like.
No worries. All that happened is you just lost today's thing, so you're unconscious for the day.
What fucking part of that sounds like Sen shift off to do his own shit?
Oh no. Don't worry, guys. Nothing serious. Everybody can roll your investigation.
Except now the fucking guards double hate me because they fucking caught me doing shit twice.
Well, they double hated you regardless. It's not like I don't have like a double hatred thing, so don't worry about that. Add up, they expect people to do shit. It's just when they catch you, they punish you. So don't worry about that side. And I need one from. Yevon, and I need OU. I need you to roll me an investigation.
I don't think I can succeed, regardless.
You can roll on that 20.
And Kiori, I think.
Oh, Kiori, yeah, I need Kiori to roll an investigation. Hey, Kiori, you find a piece of ore this time.
I would show it to, oh, you get it out.
I take it if that implies like I should hoard the ores.
No, I wanted you to mine it out for me.
Oh, I mine it out.
Oh, thank you.
So
Don't egg her on.
What do you mean?
I don't think I understand her saying mine it out for me, but it's more like just a point, and then I just mine it.
Yeah.
Well, that was a waste of a day.
But as you guys continue moving forward, though, or you, as you're mining out the little ore, you start hearing a weird scritchety scratching sound coming from the ore, from the other side of the wall.
I look at where the ore was.
Yeah.
Is there a hole? Like, is there like a hole through the wall? That's what I mean. Not the hole of the.
Well, you don't see you see that there's kind of like the ore came out a little easier than you thought it should, even with your intellect.
I scratch at the wall and hope people notice.
As you start scratching at the wall, suddenly a giant paw rips through the wall.
Shift back for vengeance.
Shift back for a vengeance. Yeah, I deserve it.
As you see a giant creature pop out, as a massive badger comes across at you and takes a swing at your chest. Dealing 7 damage as it rips into your chest. Everybody can now roll initiative.
Oh, 7 damage, not. I'm down to 7 HP.
Tal, I need your initiatives. Oh, never mind. You didn't have your token clicked. I got for you.
Sure, I thought you rolled minimum damage, but it's just your macro was wrong.
No problems. Descending. So, up first, Oyu.
I punch it back. There you go.
You crack this thing across the face, dazing it in its face. It's like, "Ah!" Meanwhile, Yebin's still on your shoulder going, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" as you're swinging punches with Yebin on your shoulders. You did some
Yeah,
pretty
forget
serious
he's dead.
damage. The thing looks like it's kind of like you phased it.
That's it, because I'm gonna eat this guy.
Okay. The badger takes a look at you and is going to take another swing at you with its claw. Actually, it'll bite you. He goes up and bites at your arm after punching. And just snaps midair, unable to touch you. And then goes for a swipe at your chest.
Oh, it's got multi-attack.
Striking you for 6 damage as it rips out across your chest.
I feed at Yebin. I'm kidding. I fall. So Yebin also falls.
Yeah, Yebin is out prone, and the thing kind of moves out towards, okay, Tell, you're up.
I'm gonna move up towards around the corner. She's gonna see what's going on and just stop in her tracks. No, she's not going near that at all.
Get you in there.
Shift is resting up.
That's it. She ain't getting near that thing.
That's your turn? Okay. Elivor, you're up.
Oliver just kind of run forward, readying his pickaxe, and I will move here.
Okay, Kiara, you're up.
I think I'm in range to hit it, right?
Yes, you're in melee range.
Okay.
You hit it. The thing, you crack it across the head with your fist, and it kind of stammers backwards. It's barely able to stand. It looks really rough. Oh, do you want to roll a death saving throw for me?
Do you want to?
Just say no. Just say no.
So that's one failure.
Will the badger eat OU is the question.
He's just gonna drag me into the cave.
You
might be too big.
Yeah, it's gonna kind of look around, freaking out, terrified.
But you got one. Shift will eat OU.
I don't know.
And it disengages from you guys, but it's got Yebin in its mouth. Ah!
What? When did he get Yebin?
Yebin was prone with you.
Can I have held my pickaxe out for Yebin to try to grab onto?
Sure, I will make this a contested strength check to see if the badger can get away with him.
I think not. Who's doing the strength check, him or me?
Yebin will be. I'll say you automatically can hold on.
Oh boy.
So Yebin's able to hold on just barely with his hand, like, oh god! And as the badger disengages, you keep Yebin in your hand as it flees back into the ground.
Shit, we gotta get OU back out here.
I'm gonna have so many lingering injuries.
I don't know if you'll make it back in time.
Or not.
Tell, you're up.
That's
You saw this badger flee back into the hole it came from.
I'm gonna head back over to the others. Oh god, this is so slow. And can I do a medicine check for OU? I don't know what exactly I could do in this cave, but
You could try a medicine check.
I got gouged pretty bad.
I'll say with that, you succeed one death saving throw as he stouches your blood up.
Okay.
Step away from the wall.
Alivor, you're up.
I'm like shift my way over here, take a look in the hole, see if I can see this thing.
It's can't see where it is. You see that the tunnel kind of like goes off into a distance, and it kind of had its old tunnel, and it kind of fled into the distance.
I will use the pickaxe to just kind of like collapse the tunnel there.
Okay, so you crack a pickaxe, and the tunnel collapses in behind it, and you feel that the thing's pretty much took off.
Well, there goes a hat.
Gary, you're up.
Can I try to help Talitha stabilize him? Or like?
Yep, you can roll another medicine check. Okay, you now have 2 successful death saving throws, OU. Throw me a death saving throw.
you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
That one's.
Okay, OU is stabilized.
I was
Told you.
I was ready for the nat one.
I think he's fine for right now. Let's just take him back.
Well, that was a close one.
Quite, yes.
Yeah, Ben, are you alright?
I think I'm okay. What? Wow, the orc didn't last long, did he?
No.
He's fragile.
I think he is, yeah. And not just in the head.
Curry has a small smile.
I guess we better get back before the guards start looking for us.
That'd be good, yes.
You guys make your way back to the entrance.
Yep.
Okay, you guys make your way back into it. Your pickaxes are collected and sent in as you guys return back to the prisons. After your day of work.
What about Oyu, though?
Oyu is taken to the doctors as they see as you drag his big thing corpse up. Like, he's down again, is he? Oh well. Doc will love to see him some more. So you've lost another day for tomorrow as you have to spend the rest of the day recuperating.
Do I have
Okay,
another
got him
lingering
his old.
injury?
Nope, you didn't fail 2 death saving throws, so you don't.
Okay.
Honestly, the only ways you get lingering injuries is you got to fail 2 death saving throws or be brought to minus 10 hit points, which would outright kill you, so...
Then how did Shift get them?
Shift was beaten to get them.
I don't think you've told him what.
Did
you
I
have.
take a fucking injury?
Yes.
Oh my god.
He's so mad. Oh, I don't, is he
He has a
okay?
hacker. No,
he
he's
okay?
not okay.
Oh no. I feel really bad.
You shouldn't.
I was literally not gonna have him do anything, but as it goes, hopefully, Cam will cool down.
Hopefully.
Anyway, so you guys are set up for the next day.
Alright, well, I will use the blanket for myself tonight. The one that I still have.
Yeah.
Because I assume OU ends up staying in that,
Yeah, he'll be in the infirmary.
yeah, for the
I
night.
I have a question, DM.
Yes.
Well, like you know the guy, the human one that was across the south from you in Talitha.
Yes.
Uh, After being here for a few days, can I devise like a really good way to kill him or something?
Well,
Can
that
you?
went from 0 to 100.
I was like, what?
I mean,
I'm just
he
saying. I'm
tends
just
to.
saying
If you
hypothetically.
hypothetically, roll me a straight intelligence check.
Okay.
No, you can't really think anything how you would bring him to his death.
All right.
I mean, the only thing you can think of is if he can't find his ore.
Interesting.
So, as you guys are all back together and resting. Oof.
I have 1 ore still. Who does not have an ore?
I believe Shift doesn't have an ore. And Yevon doesn't have an ore.
Okay, so we need to get 2 again.
I have an extra. I can give one to Yevon.
I have one extra as well.
Okay, so then we're actually good. Maybe
How
we
much
should
ore did you
spend...
guys have? I thought you only had
We
2
got-
extra.
We got 5 in the one day.
Yeah, I got 2 in one of the sessions, and then Alivor gave me 1.
I got 2 as well.
Okay, yeah, 2, 4, 5.
I found 3 in a single day.
You didn't find 3 in a single day, dude.
2 in a single day, and then a third one. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I think you found
Just
3.
rounded up to 3.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll say you guys have enough ore for 1 for everybody then.
All right. Perhaps this day we should look around in the mines again to see if maybe there's a way out from them.
Okay.
Usually with mines and everything, or at least caves, there might be an exit where we can at least try to do something. Right?
I'm thinking it's more likely there's a natural cave somewhere.
I'm thinking so as well, but this would be a bit hard to find one. But I can see what I can do.
Do we really know, or has anybody told us if it's just like the natural area that suppresses magic, or is there like an enchantment on this place?
You have no idea.
Perhaps we should figure that out too. Not asking the guards, of course, but maybe one of the prisoners.
Or I can see if I can try to find something.
If you wish to figure it out.
Would I know like any like substance or something that could like disable magic?
Roll me in a.
I'm just saying anything.
Yeah, I
that
know.
have
Just
heard of.
I know. I'm just trying to think what you should roll. Roll me a Arcana check. Okay. You're aware with your knowledge of magics and stuff. It's the ore that fucks magic.
Oh, I
It
would
says
say
this
that.
entire cave is full of the ore. It basically dampens all magic. In fact, you do recall that the cuffs you guys wore that stopped your magic had that little bit of ore in them.
I want to tell the party this. So maybe out of the vicinity of the ore, we should be fine. It could be everywhere. I don't know what the radius is though.
Thinking back on those manacles that we had on, you counted that there was a little gem in there. The ore that we're getting, does it look like the same gem? Does it look the same?
Hmm?
Back in the manacles when we were
Yeah, it's the
traveling
same
too?
shape and color of the ore that was in the gem. That are in your manacles.
Alright.
Maybe
Interesting.
maybe it was a dumbed down version of it because it had to be attached to us to do anything. Well, here it's wherever we walk. We can't do anything. Or maybe they're.
Do you know anything about this mountain?
I have not heard much about it. My research was in more different things than a prison of death, and I do not know if I will know much about it, but I can see if I remember anything.
I'm just thinking if we have an idea of the nature of this place, we might know a little bit more.
Have I ever read about anything of this place before? Because I was interested in the immortality potions and stuff like this.
Roll me a history check at disadvantage. No, you really don't know anything about it.
It was an entire death camp was not something that I looked up much in my pastime.
I'm not really talking about the death camp, I'm talking about the mountain itself. But okay.
Might I try a check?
Yeah, you can try a history check at disadvantage. I'll allow it. Okay, 18. I will say with that, you don't know much about the mountain itself. Your studies and knowledge wasn't really designed for this area, but one thing you were semi-aware of is theories you've heard about the ore, at least, you've heard, is that ore in close proximity will dampen and stop magic. Like, if someone holds a piece of the ore, their magic won't work proper. But because the entire mountain is literally filled with the ore, it gives off like a radiation that just dampens the entire area of magic.
Okay, Talitha motions to Alivor and recites this information.
I guess that would explain why those with magical blood are affected.
Indeed it would.
Which means we're on a timetable. So I suggest we try to find a natural exit. Going out the front door is not an option.
No.
Too heavily guarded.
And I'm not quite stealthy to go sneaking around.
It might be really hard to find an actual exit, but it'll take a long time, but we can try.
Alright then. Well, today in the mines, we'll look for a natural cave.
Okay. So you guys, you have your day, you go for your sleep, have your dinner, and head back into the caves. Hey, Camp!
Hi.
Don't worry about the injury. I'll remove it just for the sake you weren't there, and just say you lost the day, because that's fair since you weren't there to make the call. I figured D-Rab had more permission to use you when he made that call,
No.
so don't worry about the injury.
But shifts back on this day, right? And
Yeah, shifts
Oyu's
back on
not.
this day. The party's going to go look for the for a exit.
Okay.
We've determined that the ore radiates a magical dampening effect. So those of us with more magical blood should not be here too much longer. I ended up winning 2 snow leopard pelts from a fight. So we have a little something for when we get out.
Okay.
It's not much, but it's there. Yeah, so. I recall the last time we looked for a natural exit until we got attacked by spiders. We went off to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think we should continue the left or maybe go right?
We're not gonna get anywhere if we keep swapping.
Yeah, I think we should continue to go left.
So you guys
See if
move
we can
left,
get farther.
forward,
Left
up.
it is.
Everybody can roll me an investigation check as you guys start looking for a path out of this area. Okay.
Ball in.
Okay. Dev and Alivor, you guys, as you guys search the area, you guys find what looks to be, you do find like what seems to be a tunnel just kind of veering off. It looks like a natural tunnel area. It looks like it could lead somewhere. It's deeper in than the other mines. It took you like the entire, like half of the day to find this spot and find it. You figure it's possible with a bit more searching of this spot, you could find a way out through here. But the tunnels look like they might lead other areas. You're not positive it's a way out, but it definitely looks to be it looks like a possibility.
I will rip part of my sleeve off and find like a stalactite or a stalagmite or something and just kind of tie it nearby. Just
Okay. Yeah, so you mark the area.
I'm gonna look at the.
Can I go up to that hole that we found and try and determine if I feel like a breeze or anything potentially going through it? A smell of some kind, maybe?
Roll me a perception check. You can't really see if there's a breeze coming from it for outside. You figure that if this thing leads outside, it must be miles and miles away still. But you do kind of get like a scent of dampness almost from it.
Okay. Was the mountain snowy?
It is a snowy mountain, yes.
Okay.
Well, what do you think, Shift?
I'm not gonna do his voice. It might be a way out, but not for a long, long way.
How much food did you end up with? 3 days worth?
I believe that was correct.
Yes.
Or was it just 3?
Yeah,
He-
three rations, which is 3 days worth, right?
For one person.
Well, There's not too much food within these caves, so perhaps we should figure out a way to get more ration. I can fight in the ring again.
I have a way to make water. I just need like a drop or a little bit of it.
So do I.
That's great, but you can't use magic in this area.
I am staying outside.
Outside, we can simply melt the snow and drink the water from that.
I mean, outside, we can just hunt.
Yeah,
Food
but we
probably won't
don't-
be that much of an
We
issue.
don't know how far that these caves go. It could be a day or two before we even get out of them.
Precisely. Wall badgers aside, there hasn't been much for food, and unfortunately, I don't think Talitha here wants to eat pugs.
Yeah, you'd be right on that.
We can just eat Yebben.
No, we cannot.
I promised Yebben here a way out.
Um, I suppose I could try to go sneak some more food tomorrow.
If you wish to.
It's probably best. I'm not much good for anything else.
Just don't get caught.
I'll do my best.
Alright then. Well, I think we have a plan.
The hole we found is really small, right? Like, it's not large enough for one of us to fit through.
Oh, the tunnel cave?
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
could squeeze through it. No, it's large enough for you to squeeze through.
Okay. Hmm.
Shift.
Mm-hmm.
If we leave this place within 2 days, do you think you can sneak some extra pelts on you? Be a little more suspect on someone like me. I'm not very good at hiding things.
I'm not really much for sneaking, but if we got a hold of them, I could probably hide some.
Well, I already have 2.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you know where we can acquire some, I can probably try my hand at picking them up.
Or we could wait to find the badger.
Well, how about I fight in the ring tomorrow while Yevon secures more food? I'll see if I can't get more pelts.
When are we supposed to be giving them our ore?
You already did.
Okay. Do we have enough for the next time as well?
Yes, you guys just have
Yeah.
enough for one for everybody right now.
Okay. I mean, if you want to keep fighting,
Well, I'm just thinking it's a more relatively safer method of acquiring things. I don't think they'll give me extra food rations for my pen or my cell,
highly doubtful.
but a couple more pelts, I can probably swing that.
we could probably fashion those into some crude armors once we escape.
That's what I'm thinking.
Anything's better than the rags we're wearing.
So is that the plan then?
I suppose it's the best we have to go on at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys head back to the prison cells.
I will inform a guard. I would like to fight again.
Okay, they tell you, former guard, that they'll let you into the pit tomorrow. You're fully healed and back up, ready for this day as you are back up?
Do I need to roll again to try and charm a guard?
Yeah, if you guys want to watch again, you'll need to roll the Charmer Guard again.
Okay. Oh, excuse me, hold on. Wrong
So
one.
you rolled a 7. I always take the roll regardless. So what's your modifier?
I rolled the wrong one.
I know. You rolled a 7 though, was what you rolled on the die.
Oh, it's 4.
So you rolled an 11. They look at you and they're kind of like, not today, miss. We got other things to worry about. Looks like you need more time working in the mines. So as you three are being led to the mines, Yevon will try to sneak off. Oof. And they grab Yevon by his arm. He's, ah! Where do you think you're going, shitface? I just can't go down there anymore. I can't handle it. Well, I think we have something better in mind for someone like you. And they start hauling Yevon away.
Yeah,
Oh, there goes that promise. Told you we should have just eaten him.
Alivor, you are in the fights. Oye, what are you doing?
I go into the mines. Because more ore seems better. I don't have a magic problem. I don't follow the the magic conversation.
Okay, so as you guys head into the mines, you guys can, if you wish to look for ore, investigations, or do you guys want to try to scout out that tunnel more?
I don't know what the rest of the group would do. I would like to attempt to find any kind of moss or plant, something that I can use in remedies, just growing somewhere in the cave.
Okay, roll me a investigation check still for that.
Investigation.
Okay. So you're able to find some, looks to be a sort of moss that might be useful for helping staunch wounds and such.
I'll just collect as much of it as I can.
Roll me a survival check for that.
Where's my survival? Oh.
Okay, you
Yeah,
get
help him.
one use of it. Yeah, if you want to spend your turn helping him, you can.
Okay.
You can roll me a survival as well. Okay. So, Shift, you're able to get one use out of this thing as you kind of scrape it off, and with Tell, you're able to get about 3 uses. Basically, what these do is they work like you have 3 charges of, I'll say, a healer's kit. AKA, when you stabilize someone now, they will stabilize and not just give you 1 success for medicine checks.
Okay.
So you guys have 4 uses of a medicine of a healer's kit.
Am I holding on to those, or is Dev gonna keep her ones?
I'm gonna keep mine there. I'm gonna put them in my inventory.
Okay.
Okay.
Shift, you got your 1.
Shift is just like, as he finds it, he just like fucking crawls up to the roof and starts getting it from the roof before promptly falling off.
Okay. Kiori, what are you doing?
I'm just standing around waiting for anyone to like suggest me doing something and just keep writing my mental notes.
Okay. How are you? You're once again just kind of walking around going, poking at walls.
Yeah, just dig a random hole.
Roll me one more investigation, will you? Starts once again, just starts poking holes at rocks. And you think you found something. It looks good. You bust it open, you look over, and it looks like you found a rock, but it's really squishy.
I keep it.
Okay. You can add badger poop into your inventory.
Hey, that could be useful.
Yeah, it could be. You never know.
Pocket sand.
Pocket poop.
Honestly, I thought it was gonna be like a tentacle or something.
Tell, is there anything else you want to do after helping Shift mine or gather the moss?
May I check for some ore?
You may.
Yeah,
Roll me an
yeah.
investigation.
Oh god, I don't know why it like...
It's okay, I used the first one. Okay, so you do find a piece of ore. So you can add an extra piece of ore to your inventory.
Thank you.
And as you guys finish up your day in the mine, we will cut over to the fighting pits. This time, I would like, Alivor, you roll me, please, a D8. Okay. So this time, Alivor, as you walk out ready and you feel good. You just did some ass-kicking last fight. You feel like you've got everything under control. After your big victory. But this time, though, as you walk out there, you see a familiar face walk forward. Well. It looks like it's the friend of the little girls across the cell from me.
Let's see.
Well, I suppose I'd want to take it easy on you, but I don't think either of us want that, right?
Not quite, but see what happens.
Yeah, let's see, as he cracks his neck and goes, ready when you are, as he kind of brings up his fist into like a classic boxer pose.
Okay, Ryu versus Sagat. Got it. Oof.
Well, he's definitely going first. So he charges into you with a full thing of fists flying as he takes a flying swing at your face and cracks you across the temple for 3 damage. But then, just as you're about to recover, he comes up with another right-hand hook and just misses you as you kind of stumble out of the way as he misses you with his second strike.
kind of narrow my eyes at him a moment. So, do you like it in here? I'll swing at him.
Just missing him as he catches your fist out of his head. Like, does it look like I like it? And as he's holding your hand, natural 20 as he just slams his leg into your kneecap as you hear it snap as you take 4 points of damage. As you're kind of like, ugh, as he comes up. But this time as he comes down for a haymaker to your head, he misses you as you kind of dodge out of the way for a second strike. And these are actually that hits you. As this time he comes in, cracks you across the face with a downward strike for another 3 damage.
Okay. We'll go ahead and second wind at this point. There's 6 back. Not too bad. Well, let's see how it's gonna be. I'll just hit him with an uppercut, and then I will action surge to, after an uppercut, come in with a left hook.
Hey, you crack him across the face. It's 4 damage every time. Don't bother putting in the damage. I know it's 4.
Just reminding you, who knows, maybe it'll be a 6 one of these times.
You mean a 5? As you crack him across with the uppercut, you crack him across, it's like, oh, you son of a bitch!
I can't make it that easy on you.
This time he just gives you like a Spartan kick into the stomach as he just launches out, cracking his stomach for 3 damage. And he comes around for a haymaker, but completely misses, overextending himself, leaving himself wide open. Your next attack's at advantage.
I will kind of like lean down and kick him in the stomach.
You crack him in the stomach, as he kind of stumbles backwards, kind of having the wind knocked out of him, breathing heavy. It's like, fuck, I ain't done yet.
Didn't imagine you were, friend.
He once again goes for like a hyperextension that kind of makes him swing around, but then he kind of comes around at the same time with a sweeping kick after the hyperextension and smacks into the side of the body with a full-blooded kick for 4 damage.
So I guess I blocked the first hit and then
Took 4 damage on this. Yeah.
As he kicks me in the side, I just kind of like grunt, and I just give him a quick jab right in the nose.
You crack him across the nose, and he kind of stumbles backwards. His eyes are watering. He can't really see. He's like, ah, fuck! And he's holding onto his face, and he's just looking at you with this horrifically pissed off look. And he's going to take another crack at you, missing your face twice. As he can't quite see clearly as he missed 2 wide swings.
I kind of like bob and weave through his hits, and then I go in with another just quick jab right into his throat.
He kind of stumbles back, gasping for air. He's looking a little rough at this point.
I kind of shake my fist and go, you know, back in my day, I was a mercenary.
This time he just comes across, fuck you, and he cracks you right in the left eye as he's gasping for air for 3 damage. And he comes another one.
Pretty shit.
Huh?
As we're both probably looking pretty shitty.
Yeah, and he like looks at it, he kind of gives you a double haymaker to the top of the head and cracks you on top of your head as you kind of like grasp your eye for another 3 damage. And the pair of you kind of looking at each other, kind of rotating, breathing heavily.
I'll kind of like jump to the side and bring my leg up like I'm gonna kick him with my right, but then come with a quick left punch just to kind of.
Oh, you crack him across the face. He's looking really bad as he staggers backwards, just kind of like gets himself back up on one knee. He's like, I ain't done yet. And he kind of comes up and kind of like gives you like a gut punch as he comes up with his thing as he kind of doubles you over with 3 more damage. And then as you're bent over, he grabs your head. Not this time. Grabs your head and takes a knee to your head and an upward knee, cracking to your nose, knocking you down.
Oh, so close. How much health do you have left?
8.
Ow.
It's pretty close, man. If you rolled better on your second win, you might have had him.
True. Well, that was a bust.
Yeah, that one's a bust as he looks down, as he spits down at you like, fuck you. Kind of goes for the roaring for the crowd as you are dragged off to the infirmary to get patched up. This is your first time in the infirmary.
Oh no.
Alivor, you kind of feel yourself being slowly moved in there as you're lunched up on a table. Your eyes kind of go weary. He goes, oh, well, this is interesting. A half-elf. Oh, and a pretty boy at that. Well, don't worry, pretty boy. I'll take good care of you. It's just, you kind of like fade in and out of consciousness. You just hear the shh, shh of like sharpening steel right by your head. Make it cut nice and clean.
I think you calling me a pretty boy was the most horrifying thing I've ever heard.
You say Kiori's creepy. Look at this woman.
You're both creepy in your own way.
You know, she's meant to be
Ori
creepy.
is an angel. She's a sweetie pie.
Yep, she just thinks tabaxis aren't people.
Fucking excuse me?
Yeah, you missed that.
No.
Why do you all fucking hate fuck shift?
Nobody hates Shift. It was just a comment.
She's just intrigued by you. That's the thing, though. She's never met a tabaxi before.
Friendship with the party's over. Now Alivor, my best friend.
She doesn't hate you. Plus, you weren't even there to hear it.
So, as you guys, yeah, technically you were unconscious at the point, but she did kind of pet your tail when you were unconscious.
Fucking hate all of you.
So as
I
you
didn't do anything.
I didn't do it to be mean. I promise, Sam. I'm so sorry.
anyways, as you guys are put back into your cells for the day, Shift with your medication and Moss. Kiori, you're put in the cell with Shift, and Oyu, you are by yourself today, which is a new experience for you. Not sure what to do with yourself.
I didn't get moved. I'm just in this cell by myself.
Yep.
Okay.
And as Yebin looks up at Tella, you notice that Yebin comes in later, beaten and battered, Tell, as he's thrown into the cell going, oh!
Devin, what happened?
They put me in the pit! I fought that crazy dwarf! You look over at him, and he's actually missing an ear.
Oh my god.
Probably ate it.
Can I try to help him?
You got
Sure.
Mike Tyson?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that another tabaxi in the cell across from us?
Yep, that is another tabaxi.
Am I in a different cell, or is that Alivor's?
No, you're in different cells. Everybody got shifted around at the end of the
Okay.
4th day.
So we lost the knife.
Well, no, you guys got
No.
shifted around, but you're still in the right cells. But you don't know how long that'll last.
And you're with Kiori.
Yes, I've noticed that.
I'm sorry.
So Tell, you can roll me a medicine check to see if you can help Yebin. If you use some of the moss you gathered, I'll let you do it with advantage.
I'll use some of the moss.
Okay.
Is Tell like proficient with herbalism and stuff?
Okay. So she's proficient with medicine, and you were the one who actually identified the medication, so she knows how to use it.
Okay.
So you put with use it, you kind of like heal up, and you kind of like stitch up the wound, and the bleeding kind of heals up. It goes, thank you, Teltha. It feels a lot better. Oh God, it hurts.
You take the blanket tonight.
Thank you, Miss Teltha. Oh, that's really appreciated.
Of course, rest up.
Okay. Gibbon crawls under the blanket for his night of sleep.
Wait, Shift, I have a quick question for you.
What?
Did you actually want to eat the small one?
I didn't want to. I'm just saying we could.
So you would consider it then?
Yes.
Okay.
Food is
That is
food.
it.
Well, are
We
you
all
gonna?
return to the.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just saying we all return to the Earth eventually.
Did you have anything you wanted to do in your cell by yourself for the day?
I would go and play with the rock that cause I never move cells, right? I'd go and play with the rock that I uncovered. If I don't find where I hit it from last time, I just try and pry another one off the wall.
Sure. Roll me an intelligence check with advantage.
I also have a question for the tabaxi, the over.
So you find your rock, no problem. What is it you want, girl?
Guessing the insight I have, would you, if you had to, eat a person, specifically a gnome?
What in the world are you talking about?
Just answer it, please.
Would I eat a gnome?
If you had to.
Well, if I had to, yes, I suppose I would. But I think if anybody had to, they would.
I look over to Telethon and Avalor and ask them the same question.
I'm not there.
Absolutely not.
I would say Teletha. Ask Teletha.
Again, absolutely not.
Thank you.
It's very interesting. I must write this down. But I can't write it down, so I'll write it in my head.
Wait a minute, do you mean the gnome's still alive?
Yes.
Well, then I probably wouldn't kill him and eat him if I thought you meant the gnome was dead.
No, I'm just saying, hypothetically.
Would I kill a gnome and eat him?
If you had to, or if you had nothing else to eat.
Maybe, but it would be hard to see how the hunger got to me, I suppose.
Yeah, then no one is going to eat you.
What are you
yet.
doing?
I throw my rock over at Levin, so
Roll me a strength check. So it sails past, you get through the bars, and it goes right over Yebba's head. He goes, ah! As it just clatters to the stone across from him.
Teletha glares through her door.
Well, anyways, as you guys rest up for the night and the next morning comes, Alivor, you are brought back to your cell in the morning, but are unfortunately unable to perform any activities for the day after getting thrashed in the arena. But The rest of the party is sent towards the mines where Yebin and Alivor are left behind. This is day 4. So, does anybody want to try to sneak off? Attempt to sneak off? They can.
Day 4 of this cycle.
Yes, of this cycle. So day 8.
Okay.
So orders due today. At the end of the day.
I don't want to sneak off today.
I go to the mines.
I'm gonna go to the mines too.
I would go to the mines, but try to find another tabaxi to talk to.
Okay. So everybody went to the mines, or Shift? Did you say you were sneaking off or go to the mines? I didn't
No,
hear
I'm
you.
going to the mines. I don't
Go-
want to sneak.
Okay, so you guys head to the mines. Everybody can. So you guys. I guess we'll start with Kiori. Kiori, why don't you roll me a? I don't know, an investigation to see if you could find another tabaxi in the mines. You search the mines for hours, and you just can't seem to find a tabaxi anywhere.
I wouldn't like go off in the mines. I thought there's like we're gonna get food and then go off to work.
Oh, okay, you want to do it at the mess hall, you meant.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll say you go to the mess hall and you find a tabaxi to speak to.
I immediately walk over and I'm just gonna stand over them and just
Say-
tap their shoulder.
You feel a little female tabaxi in black fur look up at you, goes, "Yes, what is it?"
Can I ask you a hypothetical question?
I suppose so.
Say if you were personally hungry and had nothing else to eat, would you eat a gnome? And I would point over to just like showing her an example
Point over to
of our
Yevon.
gnome. Yeah.
She looks down at the soup she's eating and goes, "As far as I know, we've already eaten gnome before, so I guess so."
And I'm gonna go over to a half elf this time and ask the same question.
So you go to a random other half elf and goes, "What do you want?"
Hypothetically saying, if you were hungry, and I point over to Yevon, and you could eat him, would you?
Wait, do you want me to kill him and eat him?
No, I'm saying hypothetically, if you had nothing else to eat and it was just him, would you eat him?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. And I'd pretty much ask that to any tabaxi or half elf I see.
Okay, you get a bunch of "what the fuck is wrong with you" looks. And a bunch of a few fuck off looks, and a couple of, "Oh, yeah, totally." Oddly enough, one of the half elves said, "Yeah, I'd fucking eat him."
Interesting.
They just seem kind of chewing on a finger bone.
Is there something like looks like wrong with him or like off that he's at all there possibly?
Please be twitchy.
He doesn't look. He looks like the type of guy who belongs in this place, as in he was probably a real criminal before.
Ah, okay, that makes sense then. My notes are. I love them just taking notes about this.
So you guys explore the mines. What do you guys do on day 4 in the mines? You looking for more ore? Did you want to scout out the your escape plan? Did you want to start looking for any more materials or anything like that?
I actually would like to look for more of that moss.
Okay, you want to try to look for more of the moss?
Yes.
Hey, roll me an investigation check. Unfortunately, today you can't quite seem to figure out where that moss was, and you spent a couple hours but can't seem to find it.
Ooh.
Does everyone else want to look for stuff, or do we want to check out that tunnel?
I'm fine with checking out the tunnel. I have nothing else to do. I've already asked my questions, and Alvor is not here, so I cannot ask him.
I grunt nonchalantly.
Yeah, I'll check out the tunnel.
Okay, so three of you can roll me investigation checks to scout out the tunnel better.
Ugh.
Investigation. We happened.
So
Boy.
you leave you find an exit. And you're sure it's an exit. You find this great exit as you walk out, and the guards look at you and goes, "What the fuck? Get back in there!"
I go and hug the guard because I found the exit.
Kind of pushes you off and kicks you back down the mines. You guys scout out ahead a little bit more. I mean, now that you know where the exit is, you kind of scout out. You have a feeling with a little more scouting that this is going to at least be Corey, you kind of figure this is going to probably be several days' journey if this leads to an exit. But you have a bit more of a feeling that it probably will lead to an exit, though it looks like it could be a bit of a maze down there.
Oh dear, alright. I will inform the party of my finding.
Dev, did you want to do anything? Did you want to try to look for more moss still? You can still roll twice more.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so roll me another investigation.
Oh wait. Oh.
No, the investigating the mine, that's the whole
No,
day.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah, but I was just like, when we were looking for the moss the day before, we only got one roll each.
Two rolls, because the gathering takes a turn as well.
Right. Okay.
And then you rolled for your ore. So okay, you found it.
I
now
didn't roll.
I thought you rolled for
I
an
didn't
ore.
roll for ore. No, I didn't roll for ore. I only
Oh, my
rolled
bad.
for. the
You
moss
can
and
roll-
the
You did-
gathering.
I
Sure,
was
you
the
can
only
roll
one
me
that
a.
rolled for it.
Yeah, okay, you can roll for an ore, then shift to see if you can find ore.
Okay.
If
Let's
I
have a
skipped
look.
you.
Nope.
No, cool. No ore. Okay, so you do find the moss this time, Dev. You do find some. You can roll me to collect it. You can roll me a nature check
Okay.
or a survival, I should say.
I
actually.
thought it was
Survival
a
check.
survival last time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
survival. I
in
meant to say survival.
But I mean, either way.
I think it's the same for Dev.
No.
No, she had a
it's
+5
not.
to
My-
survival.
Oh yeah. Okay.
My
No, you
survival
get and
check.
collect another 3. +5. So another 3 samples of the moss. So now you have 5 since you used one on Yevon.
Okay.
And with that, you guys are let out once again through the mine, gathering your pickaxes
I
as the
get us in
guards.
the hall. Period. With the natty one.
Yeah, because when you search
Okay.
when you're investigating for an exit, you have to spend the whole day due to the time constraints of
Okay.
scouting out. And you guys are head back to the prison. Once again, Alavor, you are now back conscious again as you are looking around, tired and thing, but you guys are once again shifted around into different cells. As day 4 comes in, also everybody hands in your ore, so I think you guys only have a total of 1 ore extra now.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I
everybody's
only have one extra.
Yeah, so everybody's ore is gone. As you guys are all handing your ore for the survival.
Yep.
Are you well, Alivor?
Yeah. That guy that was across the ladies. Well, he's a pretty good knuckle fighter. I would have had him though if we had weapons.
Shift kind of just like grunts at that.
What about you guys?
Kiori believes that tunnel we found would potentially lead to an exit. But it would be a long journey.
think the best thing we can do now is just stock up on food.
Yeah, I agree. But we can't do it all at once, or they'll get suspicious.
Right. Maybe start sneaking in some of these items that we have accrued over the time to our little X.
It's probably a good idea.
But who would be best for such a task? How situationally aware are the guards for contraband items going into the mine?
They generally don't search anybody going into the mines, but they do make sure you hand your stuff back out going out. So you figure contraband, you could probably it probably wouldn't be too difficult depending on what you're trying to sneak in, right? Obviously, the larger the item, the more difficult it will be to sneak.
Right.
So getting a couple rations in each
Yep.
day probably won't be that difficult.
Yeah,
Getting the knife in probably won't be difficult either.
the blankets will probably be a challenge.
We might have to cut them in half.
What do we need blankets for?
Well, some of us don't have fur.
Nah.
I mean, sure, there's a chance we might find some deer or elk as soon as we get out of the mountain, but what if we don't?
Fire.
Well, you can't carry fire around with you forever.
I don't know about that.
It's also a risk of us getting caught.
At the very least, we should use the blankets to make shoes. Frostbite is our
Kinda-
enemy.
Confused look in your direction.
Look, point is, us hairless folk don't do as well in the cold. He points over at Talitha. She's pretty thin. She's gonna freeze
just-
out there.
Just glances across at Talitha. You're probably right.
Same thing with the human. She's pretty wispy. I'll soldier it out, but I don't think they can take days, week of travel down that mountain without some method of keeping themselves.
There's
From
also
getting frostbite.
Yevon, who basically is like a snack to any wildlife out there.
I think I should be well acquainted with it. We can do a penguin hut, though. That is what they do to keep warm at night. And during long freezes. It is quite effective.
You are still not allowed to touch me.
I've never touched you in the first place, but okay.
You've tried.
Because you were sick and I was worried for your health.
I was fine.
I don't know if this is better or worse than the orc.
I look over to Yevon.
Hi.
By the way, she's like 6'2" or something. She's kind of tall.
Yeah, he's like
She's
3
just-
feet, so. Hello.
Be careful in there,
Hi.
Yevon.
Should I be worried?
She might ask you a lot of questions.
Oh, I suppose
I
it's
would be
better.
worried.
Questions are the path to power, path to self-improvement. There's nothing wrong with them.
There is no factual evidence in that statement.
And how would you know?
I look over at Talitha. Who's in there with her?
With
The
her,
mole man.
she sees
The
a
mole.
shrubby, shabbily dressed Kenku. This guy.
Oh my god.
He has
Please tell me-
sunglasses.
Please tell me he has a Jersey accent.
He's a Kenku. He can only mimic.
Ooh.
Who is that? What's that guy's story?
Who is that? What's that guy's story?
Where are Kenku native to? Are they from the same place that I am? Zelenus?
Yes, Kenku actually come from your area. They're part of the Beast Folk.
I just grunt and
Wait, are you saying there is a Kenku over there? I am jealous of you, Talitha.
I'm
I am
not.
jealous of you, Talitha.
See, he agrees. Or at least I believe so on his tone, but I'm not sure. I need to learn more about the Kenku. Maybe give the way to reverse whatever they have. That would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
Yes. Kiori, please ask the Kinku all your questions. I'm gonna look over at Telethon and mouth words at her silently, hoping she can read my lips.
She will certainly try.
Roll me an intelligence check, Talitha, to see if you can read his lips. You get like a couple words here and there, but it's pretty hard.
Can I just tell her a few words?
Yeah.
See if she can piece it together. I say, cut blanket, stuff natural area.
Okay.
That's nasty.
Telepha is. I'm assuming that I took the blanket with me, or is it still with Yevon?
There's a blanket on each cell, so there's still your blanket and his blanket. So yes, this blanket. Yevon did not take take the blanket.
Okay, I'm going to try and pull it apart into two, and then put it in a good old pig pocket.
Okay, roll me a strength check.
Oh God, rest in peace.
Not 20.
So you're like, you realize ripping hide apart with your bare hands, little hard to do.
I am going to show it to the Tenku and ask him if he can try.
Kenku kind of tilts his head at you and walks over to the blanket, confused. And he's even worse off as like, I can't get those feathery wings to move.
Man, if only
He's
the
got a
Birdman
beak.
had some sort of sharp talon.
Actually, Kenku don't have that attack.
If only he had some kind of sharp beak.
And so, no, I don't think the
Can
beak would be that
I-
helpful for tearing something
Can
in
I
half.
gesture to his beak to see if he might, understand? And
Well, I
He's gonna
mean,
fucking
if
eat it.
she
He's gonna-
like holds it taut enough and he like pokes his beak through, he might pierce
oh my
it,
God.
and then make it easy to rip. Even though there's a perfectly good knife in that cell.
I don't know if it's the same cell, is it?
Yeah, it technically is, but you have no idea where the knife is because nobody showed you where he hid it. So So the Kenku, do you want to try one more? I'll let you do one more strength check at advantage with the Kenku kind of poking the blanket through with his beak.
Okay.
This
Oh my
is
God.
absurd. Shift is just like lying there underneath the torch, tapping the ground with his claws.
And he's trying to poke through it. He just can't get through that thick hide with his beak still.
All right,
You
Shift.
guys are ridiculous.
I guess Shift and I will tear this one into.
Can I just use my claw to tear it in half?
Yeah, you can rip it a claw, tear the claw in half with your claws because they count as weapons. Kenku do not have that ability, so they can't.
I tried. I'm not strong.
Well, congrats. Now you have a hide bra to hide. Get it?
Well, you got to get it to her first.
That's fair. Or Shift, we can wear it around our waists. Underneath our pants. Big British squad.
Look like you dropped the
Shrugs
deuce.
could probably. What are we wearing? Is it just like
They're prison
just like
rags.
yeah, okay, so just like shirt and shitty pants.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's the only idea I got, man.
I mean, yeah, that's probably the best way we're gonna be able to get them out.
Just
Am I back in the? I'm back in the original cell I was in, right?
Yeah, you're back in your original cell.
My rations are still hidden, aren't they?
Yes.
Okay, so, what I'm gonna do is next time we go to the mines, I'm gonna wrap up the rations in one. I'm gonna wrap up the rations in one blanket, and then wrap the other one around Alavor, with the rations tucked inside the first one, like the one wrapped around him.
Okay.
So that way we have the rations tucked away that we can hide it in the cave.
So, just for this case, each of you both roll me a dexterity check.
Oh, come on. I'm rolling so badly today.
Okay. Alvar, you feel like yours is secure. Shift, you're not sure. It might not work. I'll say you have a bit. It might pass. You know, you are wearing a pelt underneath of your own fur, so we'll see.
No,
if it
I'm
holds
not.
up.
I'm not putting
Oh.
it. No, I'm not putting it around myself. I just want to wrap up the meat in the second blanket and hide it in the first.
Oh,
one.
in the cell. Okay, so you're. That's a little tough
No.
to do. It's not really a blanket. It's really like a leopard pelt, right? So
Okay, right.
it's a little bulky just to
I
wrap up
see.
a few
Oh,
rations.
I see. Right. No, never mind then. I thought we had other stuff. I didn't realize we were using the pelts.
No, you're using the pelts, yeah.
Okay, no, never mind.
Yeah, you guys have like hay beds of hay. You don't have blankets.
Yep. Well, I'm actually not gonna put one around me though, because I'm probably gonna try and sneak the next time we go.
Okay, so Alivor, you gonna double britcher yourself?
No,
I'll
we can just do it another time. We can do the other one later.
Yeah, or are you good at sleight of hand?
Not particularly. I've never had much need to hide what I'm doing before.
I could say one of us could try and pass it over to Telefa and
Well, you could try tossing it to her as well, but that'd be a strength check at disadvantage because blanket or a hide, right? Not very aerodynamic.
unless put
Unless,
a rock in it.
Yep, you can bash up some rocks and try to do that.
Oh, you had a rock in here that he played
He did. You have
I threw
no.
it.
over the.
He threw it.
Yeah, no,
And
he
he threw it at
over
Yevon.
I hear rock and I try and get a rock from this wall.
Can I
I'm gonna look for a
find
rock.
that rock and toss it over?
It's pretty destroyed after all you tossed.
Damn.
I will just find another rock.
Okay, roll me, let's say, a strength check to see if you can get a loot rock loose. You could do,
I'll get another rock
yeah,
from
you
this
could
wall
both
too.
try, yeah.
Mayhaps we should also attempt to smuggle that knife in. But I've said that hushed to Alivor so that the Kenku doesn't hear.
So, where you get in there and you kind of just try to rip off a chunk of rock and you're having a little hard. You kind of get it off, but you don't get a very big chunk. It might help with the blanket. You're just kind of like slapping palm, trying to punch the wall to get a rock, and it's
Fucking
not
magic,
working.
dude.
Meanwhile, the tabaxi in
Yeah.
your cell is looking at you like you're fucking insane.
I tackle him to the ground.
Seriously?
No.
Zal,
Oh
you,
my gosh.
you got a
I
bit
tried
of a
to
rock?
avoid it.
It may or may not be enough. You're not sure.
Well, I will.
I say to Alivor, instead of throwing that to Tell, maybe we should try to help her find that knife and smuggle that in to next time.
Well,
We don't want to
Sure,
keep
we
getting
can-
shifted around and have someone else find it.
yeah, I can let her know when we're in the mines today.
And give you a curt nod.
Hey, see you guys. Unless you guys have something you want to do in the mess holes again today, we'll move over to the mines.
I'll probably try to sneak off and get more rations.
Okay.
I'm sure Kiori wants to talk to the Ten guy.
Oh yeah, Kenku.
Yeah.
Oh no. I just like Kiori. She's like hearing all this rock banging, and she's just staring at all of you like.
It was two people, and one of them was literally the orc with 4 intelligence.
And like whispering to each other. It's like, what?
3 intelligence, please.
Everyone's
I'm
like
trying
scheming
to
together
be
and just,
productive.
and then Kiori's just over here like, Yevin, what do you think they are doing?
Well, the orc looks like he's trying to punch down the wall unsuccessfully.
Indeed, you are a nice companion to have here. I do not mind you.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you to say.
She only asked half the prison if they would eat you.
No, I was saying hypothetically, and I gave you an example. I wouldn't want them to eat you.
Thanks.
She what?
I only asked hypothetically. Oh, I had to ask you. Oh, Eleanor. Elva. If you were hungry and had nothing else to eat and you're pretty much dying at this point, would you eat, as an example and not literally in any way, would you eat Yevon? Or someone like him?
What about you? What would you do in such a dire circumstance? What
I'm
are
not trying
you
to-
made of, Kiori?
Well, I am made of atoms and different kind of beings and science and
I am made of science.
like she would give the actual thing, but
Weird
I
science.
can't.
Bazango.
I can't actually say it as a player, but she would. And honestly, thinking about that, would I? I try to come up with
Perhaps-
any possible solution, or maybe take off only parts of them, but actually not eat them whole, and then have them regrow back, and then we both be fine.
I think the original appetite.
I did not hear a word Dev just said.
Talitha said she thinks she's losing her appetite.
I feel like you should be used to the food here by now.
Yes, quite. Is there
I
something wrong?
I put my
There's a
arms, my
conversation.
outstretched to Talitha's food.
I'm just saying that this is all hypothetically. I'm not saying that I would like to eat him. If I could choose not, that would be good.
I kind of go halfway on the table.
So you're telling me you would rather take a piece of the gnome than offer a
finally
piece of
there.
yourself to the gnome?
Yeah, sorry, I
did not
forgot
say that.
forgot you were on
I
GM
would,
lane.
I would be willing to offer it
But
too.
you also didn't mention it either.
No, I did. I saying I was willing to only take a piece, and then I was not able to finish.
Let's just get to the mine.
I
Okay,
whimper towards Talitha.
So
No,
Ship,
you may not have my
you
food.
wanted to go sneak out, right?
Yeah.
Yevon will look at
With
you
all
like,
my
do you...
Roll better than me.
I don't think I'm better at distraction, but maybe I can help you get out?
I'll give him a thumbs up.
Okay, I'll see if I can distract the guards and let you get away. And as you make a move, Yevon kind of pretends to fall and trip and kind of stumble into the guards, giving you a split second. Roll a stealth check with advantage.
With my amazing rolls today.
You pass. Thank God for advantage. Because 11 would
Very
not
nice.
cut it. So you successfully pass through the guards and sneak out as Yevon falls out. You little shit, and they pick him up and kind of toss him into the... So as you're sneaking
Can I
through
catch
the area...
Yevon?
Sure, roll me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
Or you just dips.
Fucking elbow.
Just like dips him.
Yevon.
So you like reach your arms out to catch him and just slides right through your hands and he collapses at your feet. Ow!
I pick him up. I kind of like. Oh, what's the verb? But like, I just dust him off. Is that right?
Just shake him.
Yeah, I
Okay.
shake him.
Okay, so what
But
are you doing?
gently.
What are you doing with your escapee time?
I'm gonna procure a couple more rations.
Okay, so you're gonna head back exactly where you are. So since you know where the mess hall is and the kitchen is this time, you don't have to roll anything for it. But I will say, are you trying to? How many are you planning to take?
Um,
And let's just say days worth per person.
per person.
Yeah. So how many rations is it per
like-
day? Yeah.
Just one day per person.
Okay, so you're taking 5 rations.
Yeah, I don't want to push my luck too much.
Okay, so you take. Oh, I guess it'd be 6 actually. Are you including
No,
Yevon?
I'm only taking 5.
Okay, so you take 5. Yeah, you take 5 rations. Yevon is the ration.
Yevon is an extra day of travel.
We should not talk about Yevon being food.
As you head back, I'll
Gnomes
say
are friends, not food.
you make it back to the mine and your day. So your day consists of gathering the rations.
Yep, I'll add it to my pile.
Okay. And as the rest of you move into the mines, what are you guys doing with your day at the mine today?
Okay, instead of being posh about it and trying to think with my big 10,000 IQ orc brain, I'm just going to uncover as much shit as possible. I'm just gonna dig. I
Okay.
make a fucking.
I'm gonna head over to where our exit is and start putting this like the blanket that I have tucked away in.
Okay, I say
Just
that
kinda,
takes...
like, hide.
Okay, so you want to hide everything. Roll me a survival check to see how well you hide everything.
Wonderful. Anybody want to help?
Someone can assist, yeah. Hey,
I'm
So
not
you-
proficient in it.
you very much do a good job of hiding everything in there, and it's well hidden. So, you roll me investigation.
I'm going quantity over quality. Oh, cool.
Dev, you used your turn helping Alivor do the give him advantage, but in any case, you guys are both up at the top here doing that. So your second turn, you're looking for. That's your second turn, not your first turn. You still got one more turn after, so you don't have to find anything. Kiori, what are you doing?
I suppose that I will be helping them with whatever they're doing.
Okay, so you're looking for ore with Oyu?
Yep.
Hey, look for ore. Roll me an ore check. Okay, so the pair you don't find any ore today.
Oh no.
Not yet.
So far, yep.
Maybe.
But as you guys start searching for the ore,
I look over at Talitha and I go, hidden behind one of the bricks along the wall that is directly behind you if you're facing the door. Near the bed, there's a loose rock. Behind that rock is a knife.
You had a knife in yourself?
Yes.
Because we're not pussies.
well, one of you is.
See if you can sneak that in, or
I can certainly try.
or maybe see if somebody else can sneak it in if you don't feel comfortable with it.
I can handle a knife.
Very well.
Oh, you roll me a perception check.
Here comes
Positive
another badger.
modifier. Come on. Yes.
Hey, oh, you as you have had this happen to you before, you look down at your arm just in time to notice that another spider has crawled out of the wall and is now crawling on top of your arm.
Hell no.
Meanwhile,
Oh, meanwhile.
other spiders have started spawning out of the rooms, coming at you guys. It's initiative time.
Meanwhile, I made a dank meme to share.
Is it me?
That's not even that wasn't even spite fueled. I just had that idea when Dan mentioned big brain or you.
I'm sorry. Initiative.
I really need to remember to have my token for it.
Oh, what'd you
I-
roll? You had a
21.
Okay.
Honestly, I was about to interrupt Heath and say that I was gonna hit the spider with my pickaxe, but then he said it was on my arm, so I'm glad it didn't.
Tal, you're up first.
Y'all know what I'm doing. She's getting the fuck away from those bugs.
Bugs are friends.
Okay, so feel free to flee. Okay, so Tal starts fleeing.
Fuck away from
Can I-
those bugs.
Can I have access to someone's character just so I can actually?
Oh, so you can see? Sure, yeah.
He can have mine.
You know
I
what?
want Alivor.
For the sake of I'll just show you what you have. I'll put you out there. You're just not going to be active. So there, you can see
Okay.
now. But you're not there. Just so
It's
you can
like
see.
you can have mine, so you can take your revenge later.
Are you going to dash, Tell, or are you just going to run your 30?
Don't run too far.
I'm just gonna run my 30.
Okay. Kiara, you're up. There's a spider on top of you.
What the?
Oh no.
Just kill the damn thing.
I know, I was gonna
Sure.
smack it. She was like, oh no, smack.
Kiori is very bright.
Yeah.
So
'cause
you
she can't
cracked
see
out
them.
on the spider and squish it flat. It did.
Okay.
She can't see them like their computer.
Right.
Yeah, you got your movement if you still want to move.
Are there any spiders next to me?
No.
5, 10, 15, and I'm going to like
Shift is sitting on top of
protect him
Talitha.
kind of and just like stand in front of Nevin.
Okay, Alivor, you're up.
You missed OU.
Oh,
Is
oh yeah,
it
you're
me?
up. Sorry. Yep.
So there's a spider on my arm, you said?
Yes.
I squish it. Try to.
Oh, roll that attack.
Rip your arm out.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
crush it and squish it.
Cool. I'm on a bloodlust, so I will move towards the things.
Okay, they're up there.
I will pickaxe the first one. Right
Okay.
here.
You crush it.
Then, just for poops and smiles, I'll action surge and crush the other one. Oh no!
Miss that one as it flies over top.
But he hits the wall and finds a hidden ore. Wow, what a stroke of luck.
Who'da thunk it?
The spider, though, does sink its teeth into you for 1 damage, and I need a con save. That's a failure.
Oh, no.
You take 4 points of damage as the poison sinks into your bloodstream.
Oh no.
Tal, you're up.
The precious hit points.
No, it's 4 total. 4 total, Alivor, not 4.
There's still a spider there, so I am staying where I am, fam.
Okay, Kiara, you're up.
Oh wait, what's that? So what? Oh,
There's one
just
spider there.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's a spider on Alivor.
Then I don't wanna. I wanna smack it. Smack in the butt.
What's your strength?
4, 3.
3. Okay, so you crushed the spider. It is dead.
There. Done.
Do I see where they come from?
They just crawled out of the webbing and walls.
If there's like a hole.
She hates bugs.
They're not
tried.
bugs!
They still count as creepy crawlies.
I try and plug it with the badger poop.
Okay, you
I
try.
think it is a technique, but more like
You
maybe
shove
if I
badger
give them
poop
badger
into the
poop.
wall. Okay.
Wait,
they'll
Are-
be
are you-
friendly.
if you are afraid of bugs, are you afraid of like butterflies or moths?
Butterflies.
Butterflies.
Burfries.
Yeah, are you afraid of anything of that?
I don't mind them if they stay away from me.
Yeah, but aren't butterflies beautiful? I thought most people would like them, even though they are technically insects. They're one of the more nicer and passive ones.
I still don't want them near me.
Hmm. Interesting. Alvor, say, do you like butterflies and the such?
No preference.
Tells is
Interesting.
going to step over to see Oliver's wound. Can I do a medicine check?
Yep, you can do a
Suck
medicine
the
check.
poison out.
Don't waste a moss on this.
I'm not.
You're not worth it.
He is but a worm.
Did we use up all of our turns?
Ooh, no.
You look at the
Stabs
bite and you think he's dying. Like you see like this pus kind of got out as you squeeze it, like oh my god, as like pus starts just gooing out of the bite wound.
Talitha, can I ask you a favor?
How horrified
That
does
depends.
Talitha look at
Favor. There is absolute horror on her face.
Talitha.
Yes.
Does Alvor's arm look delicious?
I was wondering, since you are better at talking to people than me, can you ask Alivor if he has a problem with me or does not like me?
I mean, he probably just heard you and he'll probably answer that for himself.
I know, but I believe that if I speak to him, he will not like to answer.
I mean, I don't think he'd like that
Alivor
question
just
in the
flicks the
first
spider
place.
corpse at Kiori.
Can I try to like deflect it or something?
Sure, try to dodge. Roll me a dex save.
Please in that one.
It's 10. I'll say it just bounces off your shirt.
See? I do not know what I did.
Alvor, I think you need to go to the clinic.
What, over this? This is nothing.
I give Alvor a
No,
piggyback.
go to the clinic.
I'm not going to that damn clinic over a bug bite. And then I second wind. As I just like squeeze the rest of the insect venom out and just like wipe it on my pants. Good as new.
Tell her to
I
just
lift
crinkles
Alivor.
her nose. This is just disgusting.
So, Tell, you already used your second shift to investigate. Everybody else can roll an investigation if you're looking for ore.
But Talitha, I'm sure I can make something out of when we get out of here that has like a bug repellent to keep them away from you.
That would be the most fantastic thing ever in my life.
I will make that I'll make that for you when we get out of here as a thank you.
So, you, Koi, you both can. Okay, so Corey and
That's fun.
Alivor, you both find one piece of ore.
Kiori.
Oh, so what did I say? I thought I said Kiori.
No, you said Corey, and I'm like, no.
I meant Kiori.
I know. You mess up your name so much.
Yeah, well, you
What
called
I
me
find-
Eleanor, so
That's right. Nobody got Daura's name right for the first like 3/4 of my time in that
I got
campaign.
it right.
I mean, barely
You don't
anyone
count.
got Talitha's name right the first day.
okay, so we have some of the supplies down here. That pickaxe is down here too, although I guess, in retrospect, we didn't really need to hide that pickaxe.
Well, fun fact, that pickaxe is missing after, just literally tossing it in the middle of nowhere and then leaving it there? You didn't really hide it.
I regret nothing.
Oh my god.
Wait, DM, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you like my notes? Have you seen them?
I will check them after the game, Aries.
No, they're so good.
I'm sure they are, but I'm DMing right now.
Heath, have you checked my notes?
Any case, so you guys got one more round in here to do something.
I'm gonna look for edible moss.
Edible
I'm
moss,
not-
okay.
I'm just
Do a
a
little
non-factor.
I'd like to help him with that.
Both of you can roll me nature checks.
I'm gonna just find
Nature.
more.
Okay, neither of you can.
Rip.
Nope, you can find nothing that you would consider edible right now.
See, now, what I'm concerned about is, if y'all did find moss, would you even be able to tell if it was not?
Just let Oyu
Well,
eat it.
no, but I mean, we find it and save it for later.
Kiori, did you wish to do something?
She's just watching them and just waiting for someone to tell her something because she's just going to just stand here and just think about stuff.
Kiori, look
Mm.
for more ore.
Or, oh, sure, if he wants me to.
I will look for ore. I will conquer this ore business at least once, but not today.
So, Kiori, you do find another piece of ore.
Who needs one? I already have one.
I think that brings your total up to 4 ore now.
Save it for shift. Here,
Yeah,
just
I
give it
have
to me. I'll
one.
give it to him.
Yeah, you want to give it to him or me?
I can give it to him.
5% chance.
And then after that, I guess we head.
Yep, you guys head back up to the prison where you return your pickaxes. As you guys are ready up for starting up for day 2.
I am going to follow the directions that Oliver gave me to find his knife and try to somehow hide it.
Okay, roll me an investigation with advantage because you got the information. Okay, you have no problem finding the rock where you hid it, and you were able to find the knife.
Ooh, the rock is good too.
Am I able to hide it on my person?
The dagger?
I sharpened it.
Yeah.
The rock? Yeah, well, you
The
can
dagger.
roll me a stealth check to see where you can hide it. How well you hide it on your person. Okay, you find a reasonable place to put the dagger where you're pretty sure it won't poke you and at the same time remain hidden.
It's totally in the titty pocket.
I hand
I'm gonna try and
shift
smuggle.
a piece of ore. It's in the
Much
cave last
appreciated.
night, just in case.
I appreciate that. I want to try and smuggle a couple pieces of the rations to the cave.
Okay. So once you just roll me a stealth check to see how well you hide the rations on you.
How large are they? Like,
They're not very big. They're like palm size, right? Like it's a day's
Okay,
worth
so
of food minimum, not like I'm eating well. It's
Yeah.
I'm surviving.
yeah. I'm just gonna try and smuggle in 2 of the rations
Okay.
for today.
Okay.
Did you manage to sneak in that pelt?
I did.
Okay. If I manage to smuggle these, then we'll hide them in that pelt, just so that they weather the elements and hopefully don't get discovered by any critters crawling around.
So you guys ready for the next day?
Yep.
So what's the plan for everybody on this day?
I'm gonna head into the mine with everyone else, given that everyone else is.
I'm going into the mines.
I'm angry that I haven't found ore yet, so I'm gonna go somewhere else. Cause maybe it's just the vibe in this part of the cave.
He's gonna get lost.
Okay,
Yep,
so
we're gonna see.
Just send me wherever he is.
I'm gonna shove Oyu in a completely random spot in the cave from you guys.
Oh, this is the death of Oyu.
Could
I
be.
see
No.
him wandering.
I'm gonna.
As I notice Oyu split off from the group, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, does someone want to like follow him?"
I cannot see. At all.
I'd look at Talitha.
I kind of just hum my way as I leave.
Yeben, do you want to go?
Not really. he kind of scares me.
I don't know. I think he likes you.
We need someone to follow him.
I would like to, but I cannot see in the dark.
Don't they give you a torch?
I know they did, but I still cannot see at all without it. And I do not like the dark at all.
So that means don't fall behind.
I am not.
Isn't nobody going to follow him?
Apparently not.
Well, for the sake of the gods, I will go.
Does one of these two know where the pelt's hidden?
Tell does, cause Tell
Okay.
helped him hide it.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God. Okay.
I'll lead him to the pelts.
Okay, so if you two want to both, you can roll me a survival check to see how well you hide everything with the new rations. You can do it at advantage
Yep.
with help.
Okay. So I intend to. Can I use 2 of my actions? One to hide it, and then another action to try and mask it from any animal monsters.
Well, the hiding, it's the same thing. It's all one
Okay.
one stealth. I'm not gonna have you double do that.
Okay,
Okay, survival
was it
22.
stealth or survival?
Survival.
Oh,
in
she
the
was
case,
doing it?
well, it doesn't matter which one if you rolled it. But yeah,
Okay,
22
I'm
is
the
good.
one with the rations, though.
Well,
Whatever.
but she was assisting you, was how I was putting
Yeah.
it. So.
Yeah, I was assisting, so.
So you got 22. So yeah, that looks very well hidden. Kiori, what are you doing while they hide the rations?
Just standing there and just making sure that there's nothing going to murder us, possibly.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
It's gonna be a 2.
Not sure. It's possibly. I don't not think so.
Yeah, you think you're okay. You don't think anything's around. Oyu and Alivor?
I assume Oyu's just digging
Any
anywhere.
Yes.
Hey, roll me those, you can just do all 3 at once for me, Oyu, if that's what you're planning on doing.
I'd probably do 2, and then I'll just give up and so.
Okay.
If I miss. Oh, that's so close.
Yeah, you really are.
I believe in the you that believes in you.
By the way,
I
put
believe in the oil.
crafted shank into my inventory.
What?
A rock shank. I put it in my inventory.
Rock shank.
I called
Rock
it a
Shanked
craft-
Redemption.
Yes, I called it. In my inventory, I put in this crafted shank.
I fucking love Minecraft.
I'm just gonna conclude that the ore is too cowardly to face me, so it's fine.
Oh, I'll look for an ore just because why not?
Okay. Nope.
And then I'm just gonna kind of like keep an eye out around the area, see if there's anything interesting.
Sure, roll me a perception check.
I'd also look. Oops. I'd also look first for my third one. I'd look
Do
for.
I
Okay, you don't-
still have rolls?
You still have 2
Anything?
rolls, yes, yeah. So
Okay,
but
I'm
everybody
gonna
and your guys have 2 more rolls on the left side as well.
I'm just waiting for you to finish with Oyo and Alivor.
Yeah, Alivor, yeah, I was gonna finish off Alivor. Alivor, your perception, you don't find anything particularly dangerous or anything or interesting. Well, actually, I'll say you find one kind of odd-looking thing. Yeah, when you're like looking at the ground, you find what looks to be a tattered robes, like slave rags, but oddly enough, you see a spike, like a broken off spike with one.
Broken off spike.
Yeah, just like a little like a large porcupine's needle spike, like a organic
Oh.
spike.
How
I
Sonic
forgot
was
to imagine
here.
stalagmite.
how like sturdy is this spike?
I mean, it looks fairly sturdy.
Is it toothpick sized? Like, how big is it?
It's about the size of, say, a pen.
Okay.
So it's a prison shank.
Yeah, except it looks
Prison
like it's
kebab.
like got a bone or some sort of organic material.
I mean, with something that small, that's more worthy as like a lockpick than a shank.
Are you aware
Okay.
how
You
lockpicks
actually
Could be used as a good needle
work?
for
I
some.
will take it because it seems useful, and the tattered clothes too.
Okay, it's not like tattered cloth. It's a piece of cloth that was in the spike, but like
I
a
just deserve
square
what
foot
I
by
want
square
out of
foot.
it.
It wasn't very much.
Is there any?
If I I still have one roll left.
Yes.
I'll investigate the area just to see if I can get a bigger picture of what happened here.
Okay, you can roll an investigation.
I want to find something.
So you have no
Yummy.
clue what could have caused this.
Maybe I do. No.
Sure, roll it.
Right.
I would watch this be your nat 20.
Yes.
Sherlock OU.
Yes.
That one again.
Oh, this is giving me
I,
older PTSD.
I'm gonna just attempt. I'm gonna have like an imaginary pipe.
You know what I can't imagine is you've
Right.
rolled 3
Yes.
nat 1s on your investigations today. Like, statistically, you should have hit a nat 20 by that.
The law of averages is fallible.
True. Okay, so you guys still have your 2 rolls on the left side with you guys. What are you doing?
I'm gonna check to see if there's anything that, edible at all. Like,
Okay,
Al trying to find edible moss.
roll me another nature check to see if you can find some sort of
Or
edible
shrooms.
plant life.
Maybe there's
I'm
some
gonna
one-up
use-
shrooms.
Yeah, or mushrooms or something.
Yeah,
I'm going to use my second roll to see if I can find some more.
Okay.
Fucking nope.
I also need a roll too.
So the nat ones are
Kiora, you can
spreading.
roll, yeah.
So sorry, Dev.
Can I just try to find anything interesting that catches my eye? Like, I
Sure.
don't know.
Roll me a perception check. So with your perception, you notice what looks to be something odd in one of the caverns above where your guys' escape is. You see something that looks kind of like a green goop.
I like
Guano.
make sure I don't touch
Yeah.
Typhetta, but like pull on her like coat a little bit, or her like rags or something. Can you make sure that I am seeing this correctly? And I like point over to what I see.
She looks over towards the goo.
Shift will
Do
also
I know what it is?
look up at it.
Roll me a nature check.
Can I try since I?
Sure.
Okay. Well,
Okay, I say with that, you, Dev, you have no idea what it is. Tell has no idea. Kiora, you look at it and you're like, well, you're not sure where it comes from or what it possibly is, but it looks like to be some sort of poison or
Oh, dear.
disease of some sort that is kind of like in a bubbling ooze. Not sure where it
Just
could have
like-
came from.
it is above the. Did I?
No,
did I
it's
see
like
the
a little
poison from-
pool. It's like a little pool that's just kind of like in the corner of something. As
Do I recognize it from anywhere? Like possibly the things that we fought.
it doesn't look any. I mean, the only things you fought so far are spiders and sturges, and nothing like that would be able to indicate this much poison.
Okay. That was it with my rolls then, or
No, you got one more roll. Everybody's got one more roll on the left side.
I will use my.
Around.
Oh, sorry,
I'm gonna try and find more medical supplies.
You're gonna try to find more moss. What were you gonna do, Tell?
I'm just gonna look around.
No, you're also gonna just just a random perception check for a quick look around.
I've got another 12. God damn it.
You still can't find anything, Shift.
But it's not -3.
You're right. Could have been a 9.
So roll me a perception check, please. Okay, you look around too. You don't notice anything past what Corey knows, but you do notice a little bit more detail with that puddle of poison. You look like there was a sharp rock in the corner, and it looks like there's a little bit dripping off the rock. It looks like something might have scratched itself, and that's what caused that puddle of poison.
Okay.
Ew, no.
Would you show it to us?
Yeah, I'm gonna point it out.
Hmm.
Would I potentially recognize something that could cause that from all my time out in the wild?
Roll me a nature check.
Oh,
I mean, from what you
great.
said, I assume it's from a creature, so it's more of what creature had that.
That's still
Yeah.
covered by nature.
Yeah, it's still in nature.
Hmm.
Apparently, the only thing I'm actually good at is fucking stealth.
So, the last thing that I have to do, is there like tracks or something? Is it just like was it like bleeding off somewhere, or is it just that, like,
Roll me a survival check.
not my strong suit, but you know.
Okay, well, you look around and you can find that there is definitely a. You do see someone looks like tracks, but they look older. And they kind of fade off. You track them for a little bit, and then they kind of fade off into nothingness as it gets to kind of like more solid stone.
How big are the
Medium creature size is all you can gather
okay.
with that.
Something was injured. Maybe we should go see if the others are safe.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you're
definitely.
suggesting that they might have been injured in battle, I think they'll be alright.
No, I'm saying a creature went this way, and what is it trailing off to where they were?
No, it's trailing off towards actually where your guys' escape tunnel is.
Oh, I think we might want to be careful with going down here. We might want to scout around, and there might be something
We
living here.
We should definitely warn the others, though.
Yes, quite. They might have seen something we have not, or heard something.
Cut to us playing detective at the scene. Like,
So you guys leave up and catch up back in the prison cells.
I just incoherently babble towards Elavor like we're having a full-on pretty dapper conversation. But it's not.
So yeah, I take it you guys share your info with what you guys all found.
Yes.
Shift did not find much.
Okay.
I found a bone pick. Just for
Spike stick.
poops and smiles when no one's looking. I'm just gonna see if the tip does kind of like fit nicely into a lock.
Okay, you go to a lock. Roll me a flat dex because you're not proficient with with disadvantage because you're not proficient with thieves' tools, and you kind of mess around with it. Might work. You're not sure. It seems to be
This
able to
is out
get
of
in the
character.
lock, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
So this is out of character because Shift does not know what the fuck a lockpick is. But
Yeah.
do you guys actually know what how lockpicks work?
Well, no, they move the tumblers in a lock to create it, to push it around. Depends on the types of lock too, but
Yeah.
it's got to be a
I-
wire. Hence why the bone moves around in
We
it
need
and
to
doesn't
bend
do
it.
anything.
Yeah. You need 2 parts.
Yeah, you need double. You need two lock picks, and one of them usually has to be able to bend and shift into the lock.
I
Yeah.
myself know
You
this,
need-
but Oliver does not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just curious. He'll put it away. Maybe it'll be
Like-
a nice ink pen later.
To be fair, none of
Oh.
you are actually thieves with thieves tool proficiencies. You don't know how locks work in any technical sense of the word.
Maybe
A
maybe
lockpick
yeah.
Actually,
actually
wait,
told me
I-
how
I
lockpicks work, and I
can.
was like, what?
Shift does not even know what a lock is.
Yeah.
Wait, Kiori would actually know about this.
Shift. How did your time go? Did you hide the food?
Well, the few rats are well hidden. But we did not find much else other than some acidic blood trail left over.
Acidic.
Yeah, there might be a creature using that tunnel.
Wow. That might actually be good news.
Yeah, and Shift like nods at that in agreement. Depending on what it is, it might actually make escaping easier, provided we can get past it without much trouble.
Right. Acidic blood, though. Must be
Acidic or
insect
poisonous?
something.
I didn't actually take a close look.
I did.
Well, how much food do we have left to smuggle in?
I have 6 more rations to smuggle.
Okay. Um. Is anybody else good at stealth?
Other than Yevon, doubtful.
I am better at the knowledge and more about people and seeing if they're lying. I am not good at stealthing or being sneaky at all. Nor am I good at talking to people.
Well, I mean, once I finish smuggling these ones, it'll probably be fair game to go for some more. We don't want to smuggle them too quickly, but
Well, I'm just thinking if we can have one other person bringing in a couple,
I
we'll be able
mean,
to build up a stockpile better.
Dev did a pretty good job with that knife. Not Dev, Talitha.
I could try and see if a guard would let me work in the kitchens.
Do we even know who works in the kitchens? That's actually a good idea.
You guys have
But
never
then-
asked.
But keep in mind, should they notice something go missing from the kitchen, that puts Tell in pretty immediate danger.
True.
At least at the moment, if they notice something going missing, they can't pinpoint anyone.
Well, they're probably blaming the kitchen staff as is. I think it'd be easier to just keep doing what we're doing.
If I can do 3 more successful smuggles, should have to get all of us to support all of us for 3 days.
Really quickly, I think I'm just gonna go to sleep now. I'm like about to pass out.
Oh, no worries, Aries. We'll see you next week.
See
Bye
you,
bye.
Aries.
Really fun.
Be careful!
Sorry.
Be careful we don't break Kiari's
Sorry.
hand.
Please
everyone
don't. Please don't hurt Kiori. DM, you have
Does
control of her. Please don't kill her. I will cry, and you know I will cry.
Yes, I know you will. Okay, we'll see you next week. Have a good time.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Now, does everyone have their oil?
Poor child, all tuckered out after 7 hours of college.
Well, it's her first, second day of college ever, so I suppose it gets her going.
Fair enough.
Get used to it.
Yeah, it's minutes.
She'll have to. She dropped my Thursday game because of it.
I worked a
SMH.
full 9-hour shift today. I'm good though.
Oh hell yeah, 9-hour shifts. Those are the fucking best.
I sat in a
They
car
give
for
me
9
an hour
hours.
for lunch. It's fucking bullshit. I don't need an
Wait,
hour
you
for
get a
lunch.
full hour for lunch?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of
That's why I
law.
have to
Bruh.
work 9-hour shift.
That's actually like it's pretty fucking good. I get 20 minutes
Yeah,
for a break.
that's a non-paid lunch, man. I'm
Right,
guessing.
fair enough then.
Yeah, it's a non-paid lunch, and it keeps me there until 6 o'clock. Whereas I could skip lunch, or take a paid lunch, that's like 10 minutes, and leave an hour earlier. But I guess I missed traffic. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Tell it,
What
do
is-
you want to try to sneak some, a couple of rations in?
Well, first I want to know, does everyone have their ore? How much time do we have until the next
We
time
had
we
4
take
all,
off?
right?
You guys have 4 ore. You need 6.
Okay,
And you're
so
on
we
day
need to find
3.
2 more ore. Yeah, we need to find our ore.
Is this night of day 3 or?
You'll be morning of day 3 right now. So you got 2 more days. So in
Oh,
other words,
okay,
6 more
okay.
checks before you guys are.
Yeah, I want to find our ore first.
Who doesn't have the ore?
I have
Oh, you
mine.
gave me one.
Yeah, I know I'm good, Shift's good, Teleth is good.
It's
Oh,
Oyu
you
and
do have
Yeba.
one?
Yeben don't have their ore.
Hmm. The expendables.
You can't see, but I'm nodding in agreement.
God.
I know my place, Dev.
Well,
Right
I
at the
mean, I don't
bottom.
have to. I don't want to risk trying to smuggle more for the next few days
Okay,
anyway,
but-
so.
Yevon's still
Yeah.
important for trying to stealth too, so
What is this tabaxi like in my time with him? Her. I don't know. I
That's
didn't
about
really pay
what's he
attention.
like. He's been more or less staying close to himself while you've been doing your stuff, and look at you like you're fucking crazy.
Heath,
Okay.
how have me, Yevon, and Teletha's health been?
You guys haven't gotten much worse lately.
I
But,
mean, yeah, I'm not carrying 3 ore anymore.
Yeah, you have a feeling the more ore on your person, it seemed to exacerbate to make the situation worse.
Shift does offer to carry any ore until time that we need to give it in. Just to
Yeah,
protect
that's
your
fine.
health. Because I feel like he's recognized like the effects that it has.
Yeah. Yevon's looking better than he has in the last few days because he hasn't had any ore on him.
You know,
And he also
minus
hasn't had the
my
shit
ear.
beaten out of him in the past 2 days.
Not just his ear ripped off.
Yeah.
Hey, at least it got patched.
With moss.
Okay,
these
it is
stories,
for
can you
medicine
fight for
moss,
ore?
sir.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. He's still missing an
Okay.
ear.
Well, then I guess we'll just continue as planned and hope that we find 2 more ore in the next 2 days.
We should always try and secure to make sure that we have our ore first.
I'm sure we can manage. If we just actually all spend more time looking than we have been, I'm sure we'll be able to get some.
Yeah, so you
Are
guys.
there other jobs in the thing? In the prison?
Well, there's the
That we
fight
know of.
pits. There's the. You guys could ask around for stuff like that.
Sure. I go and ask a guard. Here we go.
So you ask a guard. What do you say to him?
Okay.
Me, big brain, me need better job.
That's too
Come
many
on,
words for you.
Smith, you can do it.
I'm like, I know what to say, but now I have to like break it apart, narrow it down.
You have to OU it.
Just
Yeah, I have to
start
OU it.
grunting into your mic.
Just like
He just walked up to a
I
guard,
go-
stopped, and like heavy breathing for the next 2 minutes.
yeah, yeah, heavy breathing. I go, or run, and then I spit on the ground, and then I flex, and then I go job. Sure, there you go. I OU'd it.
The guard looks at you, scratches his head, like, "What? You want to go in the fighting pits or something, Mister Flexi Pants?"
Oh my god.
I shrug, sure. I don't think I comprehend all of the sentence, so I just say yes.
We got another.
I would think that I'm like rowing a boat or something.
You goes to the fight pits for today.
Oh,
Shift
yeah,
watches
that's
it
right.
go in mild concern.
Maybe you'll get lucky and you'll roll a 1.
I've been
So-
getting hard opponents.
Well, you've been rolling high, man.
Yeah, screw me for rolling high.
Thank you for
Fucking
asking
Oi.
about Yebin.
Or you goes in and has to fight Yevon.
Yeah. I
Yevon
can't.
gets hauled off again.
Okay.
No, this is how Yebin conquers his fears, by kicking my ass.
Yeah, but just destroy. That would be hilarious if you haven't somehow destroyed Muscle Wizard.
Yes.
I'm a glass cannon.
While we're headed to the
Mines.
location, our location in the mines, I'll just
Okay.
keep an eye out.
Can I roll my stealth to try and sneak into rations?
You know what? For 2 rations, I'll say automatic success. It's not that difficult.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Especially if you share, like, give 1 to Alivor and 1 for yourself, 1 ration each. Easy to hide.
Okay.
Alright.
Easy.
Because it's not like I say, it's not like you're hiding like meals. You're hiding like enough food to like fit in a palm of your hand.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Well, I was just thinking if I'm trying to hide 2 and like we only have like a shirt to hide it under.
Hey, Alivor, you
But,
do
yeah,
find a ore if that's what you were looking for. I don't know what you were doing.
I was looking for ore.
Okay, you found an ore.
Can we go? Can I use my first one to add these 2 rations to the hiding spot?
Yep.
Survival to hide it.
Yeah, survival and with advantage if Tail's gonna help.
Is Tail going to help?
I will use one of my rolls to help, yes.
Okay. Okay, you
Double
hide it
crit.
perfectly.
Or he doesn't.
Yeah, you've hid that once again. The food is hidden perfectly, and you pat it down.
Yep. Alright, can I use my next 2 rolls? I'm just going to roll 2 investigations for all.
I'm gonna roll for.
Okay, those are
finding
failures.
as well.
Wow.
You know it's gonna be fucked up? All the ore we find at the beginning, we're just giving the Empress health potions for when we fight her.
That's okay, because I found one.
I mean, they're not
Deb
really health
found another
potions.
ore, so you guys now have all 6 ore you need.
I hope she gets like overdose.
In fact, you have an
Immortality.
extra ore because Yebin found an ore as well.
Oh, good job, Yebin.
Immortality and invulnerability are not the same thing. Just putting that out there.
Just
It's
in
true.
case, I'm gonna use my next 2 investigations to try and find extra ore.
Okay.
It's just how many phases she has.
And I will roll for Ares doing ore.
Telethar, Shift will offer to carry your ore for you.
Oh, she finds 2 ore.
I will give my ore over to Shift.
So you guys have 2
And
extra
same.
ore on you?
Same with Alivor as well.
Okay.
Kiori's
have-
human, right?
One's going to OU, so
Well, yeah, but I'm just offering to carry it.
Yeah, he's just
in
not going
case
to carry it
get
so we're
sick.
not sick. I have 2 ores to add too.
Add
Yeah, I'm not
rushed
keeping track of
or-
him. I'm just saying that I'm holding him.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll keep track of them then.
So as you
But
guys,
Kiori's human, right?
Yeah, she's human.
Yeah, she's human.
Yeah, so I don't need to carry hers for her.
I'm gonna look for edibles.
okay, roll me survivals. Okay, you find some mushrooms. You can find. I'll say you find a day's worth of one day's worth of rations of mushrooms.
do I notice
Another
that?
ration.
He hands them to
I'll
me.
hold
Can
them up.
can I examine them to make sure they're actually edible?
Sure, roll me a nature check.
Oh boy. Oh thank God.
They're edible mushrooms.
They are edible. God. Oh thank God. I give you a thumbs up and I'm like, these will do nice. These will do nicely.
Just stick them with the rest.
But as you guys are looking through the mushrooms and finding everything you need to do, you suddenly hear a strange sound echoing throughout the cave.
It's
Swear
just
to God,
you.
it better not be more bugs.
It's just me. Somehow.
It's weird. It's like a clittering sound you've never heard before.
Clittering?
Yeah, it sounds like something sharp hitting the stone. And
Are we sure that I've never heard it before?
Hey, you said you found like a real sharp, like quill before, didn't you?
Yeah, but it was on the other side of the cave.
Things can move. It's been a day.
I mean, you're right.
Let's start making a hasty exit, shall we?
Can I try and like gauge how far away it is?
You can roll me a perception check.
Prowl has started moving. Nice and not on the DM layer.
One second, it's
Dang.
moving slow.
That's a badass name though.
It was real fucking cool. Yeah, Prowl's already started like heading back towards the entrance.
You have no idea how close it is.
Prowl's like slowly stepping backwards, and he calls over to you guys. He's like, "Are you guys like waiting to get eaten?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna move.
do y'all know how nature works?"
Alright, come on. Come on, Kiori. Come on, Yevon.
So you guys all dash to the exit?
Yep.
Just for the sake of this, everybody roll me an athletics.
I'm so good.
The last time you
I'm
did
gonna
just
be
for the sake of
fucked.
this, Multion died!
Yep, that is true.
Well, maybe he shouldn't have fucking
Oh.
named himself after a goddamn person. Did you ever consider that?
No, he's not my character.
Devin with athletics,
did
not
he?
acrobatics, but
Oh.
your first roll was
sorry.
a 10,
Hold on.
so what's your modifier for strength?
Oh no.
-1.
So you rolled
Maybe.
a 9. Yeah, you rolled a 9.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna say what we have here is this. I will say shifts
No.
there.
Well, I started off ahead of everyone else though, so I would probably be
Yeah,
a little
you'd
bit
be
further, right?
Yeah, you'd be tied because you only rolled an 11 athletics.
Yeah. Tell her that's like a little bit in the back. Oh no.
Yevon's in the back with Televa. As you see this clittering sound approaching further and further, coming closer and closer. And at this point, even though you don't see anything yet, everybody now roll initiative to see what happens.
I hate this laptop lagging so bad. I got a 14 out of 21.
Oh gosh. What's your dex? Tell?
Well, she rolled a 14 first, and she
Oh, she
re-rolled.
rolled a 14. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 14. It's just this laptop is lagging and it's been auto clicking more.
Oh, I love it when that happens.
Yeah, I hate
What
it.
was that? You asked for 17 attack rolls? Allow me to oblige.
Wahaha. So, first up, you hear this clack, 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 as you see this
Oh my
monstrous
god, no.
creature with tattered rags and spikes all over its body emerge from the cave.
Yevon. Is that one of those things you were talking about?
Yeah, yeah, possibly. And that's its turn. Shift, you're up.
I'm assuming I can see this because that's visible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop and I'm like, oh no. Oh, teleport. I'm gonna move over to here. Yeah, I'll just move up to it and I'll take a swipe of my claws.
Okay. You slash across its body, dealing it some damage.
That's pretty much all I can do. I'm just gonna kind of like I'm just gonna be like very low to the ground, just wary.
Okay, Tal, you're up.
I'm gonna get the fuck away from that thing.
Disengage.
Hell yeah.
Need to disengage and move your guy 30 feet. Kevin does the same. Except he can only move 25 because he's a gnome.
Oh.
Elavor, you're up. Oh, I forgot to
Take
roll
this
for...
bastard out.
Roll your attack.
21 for 9 damage.
Hey, you hit it. It's still standing, but it looks really rough.
All action surge and hit it again.
Yeah, you crack it down there and the thing falls dead as you look down
That is-
at it.
I just like overhead with the pickaxe once, and then I swing back and overhead it again, just like crush its face. Well, certainly haven't seen that thing or anything like it. I kind of like.
Can I kneel down and examine it a bit?
Sure.
What do I gotta roll?
What are you trying to determine? Exactly.
I want to figure out like what it is.
Nature check.
Nature check. Oof. Oh, God damn it. Half my rolls are so bad.
You're looking at it, you're like, yeah.
It's definitely not an animal.
It's not a, well,
Never seen this
yeah,
shit before.
You ain't never seen that? You ain't seen any shit like that.
I will observe it too.
Okay, Alvar, you're able to
see
look
me-
at it. You see it at. You could tell it was once humanoid, and by the looks of it, it was probably once human. Maybe
Alvar just
elf
is watching,
or
like,
half
Shift.
elf, even.
Shift is just like lifting up its like a limp arm and then dropping
Yeah.
it and being like, huh, weird.
I just go, actually shift. And I pull out a little quill that I have and I compare it. Is it similar?
It's similar. It looks like actually the rags are from this thing's.
Hmm. This must be what the ore turns us magical folk into.
That is incredibly unsettling.
Which reinforces my
Unnatural.
point. We should get the hell out of here sooner than later. Luckily, that thing wasn't too difficult, but I don't know if we want to fight multiples of that.
Not at all.
I mean, listen. Tellitha saying that don't mean shit. She hasn't fought anything.
Do you want to know how much HP I have, fam?
Yeah, lay it on me.
I have 15.
So do I! That's the same HP that I have! Oh, you have like 6!
10.
10.
Speaking of which, as we cut with you guys looking at the undead, the monstrous thing, we will cut over to the fight pits.
This isn't a rowing place.
As you are shoved into the fight pit, or you launch down to the ground, look around, and everybody looks at you expectingly. Roll me, please, a d8.
I like how
Justice
Fiori and
be
I
on
are
this
still
day.
in the stands.
Oh god.
Oh, did he roll?
Didn't roll an 8! That's the worst one.
Watch Muscle Wizard win, though.
Muscle Wizard, you walk out, you see, like, you're feeling confident, you no idea what's happening, but all of a sudden,
Not really confident because I have no clue what's happening.
no idea what's happening, but as you wander out there, you see what can only be seen as the doors open, and another orc appears.
Oh, a friend.
Larger, bigger, and meaner than most orcs that you know.
About to get killed. Okay.
Waiting for this one shot.
As this orc walks towards you, he looks over at you, goes in your fellow orc voice. An orc goes, huh, "You also here? You slave as well?"
What?
Me or you?
Or you?
We am that kind of orc.
Oh boy, dumb even for orcs. I smash face in, make me feel better. Roll initiative.
I fit the air. Ah, okay.
Waiting for this one and done.
Orc roars his hideous roar and just charges straight at you. We're using his bonus action to make the whole way. It just comes flying with a fist right to your face.
Bro, like.
It cracks you across the face for 5 damage.
Okay. Cool. I punch him back. No, I run around and then punch him. Just so I feel like I did other things before I died.
You crack him in the back of the head, he's like, "Ugh!" Kind of turns around and growls at you.
God, the funniest part is you're doing the same damage, you just have no health.
Yeah, we're equally strong. I'm just a wizard.
He grabs you by your biceps, or you picks you up, it just kind of like suplex slams you to the ground behind him.
Ah, fuck.
For 5 damage, you're knocked unconscious. He kind of looks over, goes, kind of pokes you, goes, "Weak orc." It just spits on you, walks away.
I'm glad I didn't hear that.
Oh god. Well, we knew
Oh,
that
those
wasn't gonna
guys
go.
If anything, I feel like I did better in the pits than finding ore.
Uh,
What happened to me? Where am I?
as you guys go back, Oyu is brought back to his cell, beaten up, battered, and unconscious. As the Tabaxi looks at him and goes, "Well, that was weird."
I wake up and go, weird dream.
You look like you went through hell, my friend.
I look at myself. Maybe not dream.
Anyways, guys, day 4 is coming up.
Well, at least we have enough ore.
You guys have enough ore with 1 extra?
Smuggle 2 more of the rations.
Hey, you'll smuggle 2 more rations. Do you guys want to do any other prep work before this?
Did I have my HP back, by the way?
You're unconscious and you lose a day for dropping to 0.
At least a day? Okay, great.
Yeah, you lose a day always when you drop to 0.
I am going to try and help on getting rations out if I can convince my way into the kitchen.
Okay, so you go approach a guard. What do you say to him?
I was wondering if I would be able to help in the kitchen. I used to help my mother cook.
Kind of looks you up and down. You say you can cook, eh?
Yes?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Should have Kiori do it too, just for poops and smiles.
Fuck. The one time.
He looks at you and just really and
Yes,
just
I can.
basically cracks you across the face with a punch. You take 6 damage as he cracks your jaw. Get back to the mines. Sorry, Nat 1 has to have repercussions.
Rip.
Yeah. Oh god, double natty. You guys have rolled a lot of Nat 1s today.
It happens.
Yeah.
We have rolled a handful of nat 20s at least.
Yeah. So as you guys prepare for day 4, anything else you guys want to do?
No, I think I just want to smuggle more rations and focus.
Okay.
Shift is just gonna focus on that.
Is there anything else you guys want to do in the mine for your day?
Look for more edibles.
Yeah, I think shift is. I'll probably do 1 or 2 medicine.
Okay, so for the ore, I need an investigation.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find 1 ore, and then I'm gonna try and find those mushrooms.
What are we rolling for edibles? Nature?
Nature for edibles, yes.
For medicine as well.
Survival for medicine. Okay, so you find the medicine shift. I need 2 more survival checks to see how much you get. You get 3 more things of the moss for stabilizing.
Alrighty. 4 mossy boys in my pocket.
And you both find 1 more day worth of rations for Dev and Alivor. You guys find some more fungi that you can use for food.
Okay, so we got 1 yesterday and 2 more today, so that puts us up to 11 total rations.
11 total ration.
11 total rations and 2 more to smuggle in.
I'm gonna add the ration that I got.
So that's about 2 days for each person. What do you think? We feeling comfortable?
I think if I can smuggle 1 more round of rations, we'll be sitting pretty.
Like 1 more round of 5?
I'll probably go for 6 just to round it off for 3 each.
Okay.
So long we just try and get our ore first.
Well, we might not need it.
Yeah, but I'd rather be safe than sorry.
And keep in mind, we're about to shift cells again.
Yep.
Which is good that we got most of the stuff out, but
I think
We
we
have
all know
two-
how
we
to
have-
get back here just in case.
yeah, we still have 4 rations in that cell though, so we need to hope one of us gets in there.
I didn't
Perhaps.
eat all of them.
Yeah. Hopefully OU
don't know
doesn't
where-
find them and eat them.
We would just distract them with rocks.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's anything else we can do in the cave. Unless we have Kiori look for edibles too.
Yeah, has Kiori rolled her stuff?
Oh, that's right, Kiori's. Okay, I'll give Kiori's quick rolls.
And
Do we want to ask her to look for like supplies or
edibles?
Yeah, I'd say edibles.
We're kind of on that cusp of being ready to leave, so I'm not overly worried about ore.
She finds 2 more days of edibles. Which you have a feeling might have maxed out the amount of edibles you can find in this cave at this point.
that leaves us with 11 in the cave. Okay, I mean, that's all we have to do for today. Should just head back and hand in what we found.
Okay, so you guys hand in your ores.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make sure I redistribute all the ores that I've been holding on to.
And we continue on to the next week. And with that, I think we'll call it there for the week, guys, as you guys have more or less prepared for your prison escape for next week.
Sounds good to me.
Start up on a new week. I think that's good for this week, guys.